Cootie, cootie. Randos. Hoodie gang. Do we have something that says that? Hoodie. How do you spell hoodie, bro? Hoodie. Hoodies gang. Hoodie gang. Hoodie gang. Okay. Oh, you. Oh, I should have put that on the screen. I'm putting this screen. Niggas gonna be arguing about everything. Watch. Okay. How come it doesn't read it off anymore? What's this one? This one. Oh no. Okay, let me put that about me. Damn. Let's save this. Assalam. There you go. What are we called? And then we'll put one question in there. We'll put one question. What are people? How different would the view be if is students really about the child or about the parents' comfort? Is circumcision really about? What's up, Kay?
I'm good, brother. How are you, man?
I'm all right. I'm trying to write this last question on the about me So RPO is it how? Hold on. I lost it. Why are people afraid of debate? No. Is circumcision really okay? That one. Is circumcision really about the child, or about the parents' comfort? Okay.
I think in our situation where I come from, it's about the deen mostly.
The deen.
Yeah, it's about the religion mostly. You know, you can't be walking in Islam. From where I come from Somalia,
yeah,
you can't be walking around with.
Can't be walking around with a hood, bro.
Yeah.
Can't be with a hood gang. No hoodie gang out there, bro. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah.
I know. But
dude, this is gonna be such a funny.
Why would you make me go down that line, brother?
I know, bro. Well, because I'm very interested in this, and it's gonna be funny. You know why? Slim?
You know what it is. You know.
I don't know what it is though. You know, I'm hoodie. I'm hoodie gang. You know.
I don't really know, but I know that we are better off without it.
Oh shit!
Just to not.
Well, your excuse is your excuse that you were saying is because the dean says it is. Okay, but what is your own personal views? What are your own personal views?
But also hygienically, it's a bit healthier.
Okay, so we're going down the hygiene route. Okay.
I mean, you know, you have one. I have one. Everybody was born with one, and we know how hard it is to wash it if you have to constantly do that. And if you don't have to do that, then it's just that much easier. And they say that it just gets less sensitive. I have not experienced that. by all means. I mean, look at all the Muslims. I don't think any Muslim has experienced a less sensitivity. I
Okay,
think
brother.
we are okay. We are okay. I think we are
All right.
okay.
Well, you are alive. All right. You are alive, my brother.
I am alive. Alhamdulillah.
Okay. This is my little pushback. This is my little pushback. Okay. And I know this can be a sensitive topic, but I'm gonna keep it respectful.
You know, I'm always good for that. Go ahead.
Okay. Awesome. So the hygiene aspect, it's like, we're required to wipe our ass and clean our ass as well, and there's no we have to do it every day regardless, and
with water.
yeah, with water, soap, and every little sense, anything you need.
I mean. Let me put this.
Hold on, let me land, Slim.
Go ahead.
Because again, I'm not talking about you specifically, right? I'm just talking.
No. I mean in general.
Yeah, and I hear you. And so, but like what you said, it's like, who wants to wash their thing every day? I'd rather just let it get rinsed by the shower instead of me actually washing it, So I'm saying we wash all parts of our bodies every day regardless. So that I don't feel like we need to cut the hoodie off just so we don't have to wash it. For me, it doesn't make sense, my brother. But hold on, Slim. Okay, hold on. I haven't finished.
I got you. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Okay. So there's that one for the hygiene. Okay, that's my little pushback. And then for the for what was the other one you said? What was the other reason, but my brother?
With the washing.
Okay, but then you said something else. But is it washing everything you said?
Yeah. That's all I mean.
Okay. So for the washing aspect, and a lot of people say that it's for the hygiene. So my pushback to that is just that we can wash any part. Oh, the other part you said is that you feel stiff, or you feel, what was the word you used? That most people think that
the sensitivity.
Yeah, the sensitivity. And you're saying you've never felt it, but my brother, I will remind.
I mean, if you don't know, you don't know.
Exactly. So, and Slim, more than that, Slim, it's like it happened to you from an infant as a child. So you will never realize what you had before because because it happened to you so young. So that's why it's normalized to you. You know what I mean, my brother? So those are my little pushbacks. Those are my little pushbacks on those theories.
Can I say something about that?
Of course, brother.
So you are right. What you don't know, you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact, right? We don't know, but we still have, apparently, according to the Zionist, we are the ones that are creating more children than anybody else. So
the circumcised people.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
There must
wow, what a statistic!
So
wait, where does this statistic come from, Slim?
I mean, I still get. I got two boys myself, so I've never had anything. No problem with that when it comes to that. If that makes sense.
Of course, because your parents did it to you, and you did it to your parents.
I'm just trying to be tasteful and say that,
Of course, brother.
That's
no problem. I think it's part of it's a tradition, right, Slim? So sometimes, I feel like a lot when I grew up, Slim, I had a lot of people telling me, like, my friends, and like, you're not circumcised. They're like, ew, and even the girls in middle school, they were like, or high school, they're like, ew, you still have that, because they're normalized to think that these penises should be circumcised.
Now, the reason why it's healthier is because it's
something's up with your mic, Slim. I don't know what it is.
Sorry. But the reason why it's healthier, brother. The reason why it's healthier is because you don't have to push back. You don't have to do anything. It is always there. It is always there. You just wash it. You just wash it, and because it becomes less sensitive, it's so much easier to wash. You just wash it, and
because it's less sensitive, it's easier to wash. Slim, are you listening to yourself,
brother? Listen to me. Genetically speaking, have you heard about it? When it comes to STDs, the skin is far more susceptible to getting STDs than the unskinned.
No, which one? So the circumcised penis
the circumcised
is more safer. Is healthier
yes.
and okay, slow down. Healthier 100%. And safer than an uncircumcised, correct? Do I have your okay? So yes. But you would think a protective cover helps, but you're saying exposed penis.
It's not really.
Think about it. Hold on. So, but an exposed penis, right, without any protection, wouldn't you think that it's more exposed to things? Maybe it has it's less
all the moisture, with all the moisture that comes in between it as well. You have to remember that all the moisture. So moisture means a place for bacteria to grow. Remember that. So when you take away the moisture and all of that, it is just that. There's benefits to both. So when you take it away, when you take the head away, it is easier to wash, and water just washes down, and it is always washed. When you don't take it away, the sensitivity is there. It is better for
So let me tell you, Slim. Let me tell you where that sensitivity is coming from, my brother. Okay.
Go ahead.
The sensitivity is all the living cell, the nerve ending cells that we have on that foreskin, my brother. It's part of our sensations when we're in the bed getting jiggy with it. You have more nerve endings on that piece of skin than you do on your toes and your fingertips. You know how sensitive our toes and our fingerprints are?
God. And even without the skin, with the skin or without the skin, it's still the same.
Well, no, not necessarily. Slim. You cut all those nerve endings when that gets done to a baby child. That's why it's so horrific to those. Back in the days, they didn't have morphine and stuff. Not morphine. What is it called when you inject something so the child doesn't feel pain?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, that stuff, right? They didn't have that back then. So imagine the trauma. Imagine the sheer trauma. Like my mom said that she would never do it to me because she used to hear how it happened in Mexico with some of the Catholic women that wanted this done, and it was the priest always telling them to do it. And she sat in one time when the doctor did it to the baby, and they didn't use any antibiotics or any what I'm talking about. But hold on. She said the sheer terror of the screaming, my brother, is the reason why my mom decided not to do it with me. And so I always remember her saying that. And then I watched a couple documentaries too, because the Jewish people, those Jewish people, right? Small hat people. They do a crazier.
They suck it.
Oh my God! Don't say that.
It's true. It's true though.
I know. But I just don't even want to think about it. But you know what they do, and they were able to transfer.
Can you say it? They suck it. They suck it.
Oh my God! Okay, we get it. They transfer HIV, they transfer sexually transmitted diseases because again they were exposed even more.
Gonorrhea.
Oh my God! Oh my poor children.
One of the biggest ones is gonorrhea.
Stuff it a lot.
I know.
I'm 6-year-old, never get circumcised. Okay, so we got Mr. Ken in there saying never get circumcised. All right. And I know a lot of people have joined Slim and seen the topic and they want to run away from this, because I don't think that I thank you, Slim, for coming up here and talking about this because it needs to be talked about.
I'm happy. I'm very happily circumcised, and I have no. The thing is that I don't know any better, and I have 2 boys, and alhamdulillah, Wallah, I'm very grateful because it's easy and I'm very healthy. I have never had any diseases like a lot of people that I know that are uncircumcised. They get speck of dust in there, and they get diseased.
Stop it! Do you know any personal stories? Any personal stories, Slim, of that happening?
No. I'm just exaggerating. You know me.
You can't exaggerate, man. Let's not start throwing digs at each other right now, all right? We were keeping it. We were keeping it neutral, Slim.
I always add a couple of, but yeah, that's just how I feel.
I know. Hey, that's fine. That's fine. But I don't want to scare off the people. As soon as we get a good group of people, we can come off with the digs. Let's have a neutral one here, because I can't wait to go in on the circumcised people. You feel me, Slim? But anyways,
go ahead.
nah, not yet. I'm gonna wait a little bit. Okay. Let's read the comment. I said, Ken, come on up if you want. But he says in the comments, he says, the mom in my culture, they used to put coconut oil and pull it back. That's the weakness of men. In my mom's culture, they used to put coconut oil, I'm guessing, on it and pull it back. That's the weakest of men. I don't quite understand that, my brother. But again, Slim, when you're talking about the moisture, right, my brother, it's a natural lubricant. Yeah. It's a natural lubricant. You know how you have, you know how most men have to buy lubricant, and they have to try to get it. The woman's like, get it moist, and and you guys are having a hard time, So hold on, Slim. Hold on, Slim. No. Let me finish. So the way it's described is that, and you're talking about the pullback, right? The pullback, unless you have a small penis, the pullback will happen naturally, because the penis, as it gets harder, the skin retracts.
For regular people to walk in.
Hold on, Ken. Ken, hold on. I'm gonna mute you, Ken. Hold on. You got some background noise. The penis naturally retracts back, brother. It looks like a circumcised penis when your penis gets erected. Okay, so there's no need of pulling back. Now, if you have a small penis, I guess you still have to pull it back. But if you have one like mine, if you're hung like a horse, like me, Slim, you don't have to pull it back. And it looks just as nice as a circumcised penis, without no trauma, without no worrying about nothing. You can clean it right. You can do everything beautifully right. Okay, alhamdulillah. So that's my.
I can concur. I can concur. Actually,
I don't know if you can confirm. I don't know if you can confirm, because you ain't got one.
I know. I know that we come from the same people, so I know. East Africans, yes.
Okay.
Horn people, we are blessed for some reason. But yeah, beyond that, what I'm trying to say is that it's easier to wash. It's easier to get rid of bacteria, viruses, and all those things. That's the whole point of it, and it's been done for millennia. It's not just one day, like 2,200 years ago. No, it's been done for millennia, thousands and thousands of years. People have been doing it in our area. From the Arabs, the East Africans, we have always been, the Horn people, we have always been doing that. I have never met a Eritrean or a Somali or a Djibouti or a Ethiopian. I promise you, from the Horn, I promise you, from the bottom of my heart, playing football, going into the showers, I have never met any one of us that
you have not seen every penis in the Horn of Africa. Stop it. Say wallahi. Say wallahi.
No. What I'm trying to say is that from my experience, that's what I said. So from where I grew up. So from the Tigrinya, my best friend, wallahi, my best friend, I swear to God, is from Tigrinya tribe. He's Eritrean. I grew up with him. We have been together, and then you have my other best friend. He's from Moroccan, and he's Berber. He's Berber. So.
Okay, so your experiences
from that far, from that part of the corn from Africa to all the way to our part of the corn of to Africa, and then you have the Sudanese, the I mean, come on, man. I've never seen an
All right.
Ethiopian
I got
with
you. I got you. All the penises you've seen in your life,
know,
and all the men
and the
that you've
Arabs,
talked to.
and of course all the Arabs, and all the Arabs, of course, and all the Arabs, and all the Arabs,
Oh, you've
every
seen all
Arab,
the
every Arab on the
Arab
planet,
penises. Okay, I
and the
get it,
Jewish,
brother. I
and
get it.
all the Jewish, and all the
Oh,
Jewish
and the
people
Jewish
too.
penises. Okay, you've seen them all. You've seen every penis there is out there.
No,
Okay, so this is where you get your assessment.
I'm saying by generalization, most of the Jewish people are circumcised, most of the Arabs circumcised, most of the East Africans circumcised, most of the Northern Africans circumcised from Morocco to Egypt. Circumcised.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. And I wonder why. I really wonder why.
Even in America, even in the United States, most of the people there are
interesting.
They're circumcised.
Interesting, my brother. Okay, okay, that's fine. That is totally fine.
That's my fine.
All right, and that's a that's a anecdotal. I'm saying from your own experiences, and that makes sense. My brother. And like I told you before, welcome, Pedro. Thank you for all the gifts, my brother. I'll introduce you right now. My brother Slim, though, so I also, growing up in school, they once the girls or once my friends found out I was uncircumcised, my brother, they would make fun of me. They would laugh at me. They would say, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with your family? I'm the only Eritrean that now, alhamdulillah, that was blessed with my foreskin. Okay. and I'm gonna tell you why it's such a blessing, my brother. Yeah, because I mean, a lot of things happen to us when we're little babies. A lot of trauma, a lot of things that have happened that we as little kids we had no say, my brother. Our parents made the decision, from the get go. I hear about adult people that choose to do that because of the peer pressure of getting circumcised. Everybody gets circumcised. Oh, it feels better. Oh, it's cleaner. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. So again, my brother, when these old hold on, my brother, hold on. When these people, when they're older and they choose to do a circumcision when they're in their 20s, when they're in their 30s, they all describe because of peer pressure to do it, right? They say my friends have it, everybody has it. What happened to me? What happened? My parents are stupid. They should have done it to me, right? They go and do the procedure, right? And then you hear these stories, right? And you got for the most part, the majority of the people regret having the surgery. Just to be a part of the bandwagon. They say that it's not the same. They do feel the sensitivity, right, Slim? Because now they know what it was like before, and now they know what it is like after. Not like when they were infant. Not when they were infants. So I think it does help when you're. I think it does. It's better for a child if a parent wants to do this, do it to your children early, because in later stages, you're gonna know the difference. But Slim, hold on. Hold on, Slim. So what I wanted to say with that is that a lot of people tease me. It was almost like how the COVID shot. How everybody wanted you to take the COVID shot. Like it was almost like that type of peer pressure from your church, from your community, from your friends. It was that kind of peer pressure, my brother. So that's where, and I always felt some type of way about that. I felt like I was less than, or I wasn't holy enough, or my parents were stupid, or I always felt that there was something wrong with me. That's how they made me feel. So
I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I live in Finland. Do you remember when I told you I live in Finland, right? Do you know that in Finland I have 2 sons? Neither of my sons is yet circumcised.
Alhamdulillah. Maybe we can save them. Maybe we can save them.
On my life,
Are you still thinking about it? Are you still thinking about it, Slim?
Almost every day.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm grateful that we're having this conversation, brother. I really am.
But it's the thing. It's only sunnah. It's not like they're going to hell if they don't get it. It's not like that. It's not gonna
Right,
happen.
right,
You
right.
know
You
what I
should,
mean?
yeah, you
Yeah,
shouldn't, yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
How old
you
are
can
they?
have
How old are they?
my,
How old are they, Slim? How old are they?
my oldest is 7. He's not circumcised, and the
Okay.
other one, and he has just come out of a surgery today for his tonsils, nasal tonsils. Just
Okay.
today, wallahi,
Okay.
just today, he came out of a operation for his nasal tonsils, so he can breathe with his mouth closed
How was
and
that for
stop.
them? Was it painful for him? The tonsil removal?
No, man. Today's operations, man, it's amazing how they do it today. He was in and out. He was in and out.
They
He
put
didn't
they
even have
put
to
him to
stay
sleep.
overnight.
They put
Yep,
him to fucking sleep. That's
they put
why.
him to sleep, and he was out.
Anesthesia.
And
That's what
then
the
and
word
then
is.
and then
It's anesthesia or
yeah, but
anesthesia.
yeah, but he came out and he was just a bit groggy, and then he just had some ice cream, and
Of
that's
course.
it. And he's fine.
Of course,
And he was
brother.
playing with his brother
That's natural.
after, but neither 6 and 7, neither of my sons are circumcised in Finland. It's
Alhamdulillah.
not a thing here in Finland.
Alhamdulillah.
They cannot do it.
Yeah, in Finland, them white
They
boys
cannot
know
do
they don't cut them white boys
Yeah.
know they don't cut their shit off, but they make everybody else
Yeah,
do
they
it.
don't do
The
it.
people they conquer.
Yeah.
All right, brother
In
Slim, let me go ahead.
Finland,
I want to come back to you, Slim, but let's let Pedro
Please go ahead.
dive
Please go
into this conversation.
Please
Pedro,
go ahead.
welcome to
Please
the
go ahead.
panel, my brother. ¿Cómo estamos, hermano?
Bien, bien. Thank you for welcoming me again.
What's going on, Pedro?
Of course, every time, all the time, Pedro. You're always welcome.
Thank you. This,
Mhm. Sorry.
well, the experience that I had when you guys was talking, it was when I had my first girlfriend, right? And she was so hot, so fine that shit it feel like it was like 2 minute round, right? So I went to my uncle. I said, "What the fuck is wrong with you, uncle?" I got this fine girl, and I was thinking, that I don't know, but I feel it was like 2 minutes. So he was telling me, "Well," he said, "That's the first time you have sex," and I told him, "Yeah, and that girl too." So he said, "Okay, you gotta your penis is too sensitive, so you're gonna have to get that shit back." Where yeah, and wear it like that. So in a couple of days, that thing is
Wait,
gonna.
¿cómo te dijo? ¿Cómo te dijo? ¿Te dijo to do what?
You pull the skin back, right? And it use a Band-Aid. So what it does
to retract it to keep it retracted.
To keep it retracted. So
oh my god!
What it does in a couple of days, that sensitivity, get you all crazy. But shit, that shit work.
It
That
did work.
shit, it work. So what it does is when you don't have the skin over your entire penis, inside your penis, it'll get very sensitive. So the assume that the head of your penis start touching your clothes, and then you lose the sensitivity. But it's not quick. I think it was like a week or two before I actually got adjusted to that. But
so after Pedro, after you retracted it, you put it back to normal, right? Or did you keep it on?
No, you what you do is you just figure it out when you go to use the bathroom and stuff like that, or you take a shower and you put it back. So when you put it back, it'll end it up stay back most of the time. But you have to do it. It's something that you have to do it
on a
every
regular
day.
Oh, okay.
Without tying it,
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, and so what you do, if you keep it over to the entire penis, sooner or later it'll get sensitive again. So you just keep on.
Okay. I got you, Pedro. I'm gonna give you a little, not a pushback, but just like my experience, right? uh
Uh-huh.
the the skin, obviously it's sensitive, my brother, obviously, because it has a bunch of nerve endings, my brother. You see all the you see the illustration, you see the one on the left, you see all those glands and all these this is everything that they remove, to get it to look like the one on the right, my brother.
You're saying
And
that your loss of inches is because of this surgery, is what you're saying.
nah, that's not what we're saying, Slam. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm not dissing my circumcised brothers yet, okay? I'm waiting. I got those bullets in the shell, in the I got those ready, but hold on, give me a second. So, my brother, with the sensitivity, it's obvious that we're more sensitive if we have our foreskin, and that's because of these nerve endings. These nerve endings, we have more nerve endings on this piece of skin than we do in our own fingernails and in our toes, my brother. So so what I wanted to say to you is, obviously we're going to feel more sensitivity. A lot of the religious practices too that condemned, having not condemned, but required your foreskin if you were a believer. It was to stop us from masturbating, because of the sensitivity of feeling so-called horny all the time, right? So we had to jerk off or get it off, and so a lot of the like my stepdad had told me, like, in a way not to be relieved so quick, that you have to, before you get intimate with a woman, you have to jerk off, like, you got to jerk off, or you got to jerk off once or two. Hold on, Slam. Hold on. Maybe I'm not using TikTok friendly words, because it is kind of, this is a sensitive topic, but this is a sensitive topic, quote unquote, right? No. What do they say? No something intended. What do they call it when you use a word that's okay? Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
No
there's
pun
no
intended. Thank you,
TikTok.
Slam. Yeah,
You
no
can
pun
use
intended.
you can
No
use
poom
adult
intended.
sex.
So,
Yeah, you
brother.
can use adult sex.
So, brother. So, brother. So, yes, if you jerked off, that meant that you did your first load, and now you were a little more desensitized, right? Desensitized. So if you right before. So when you go in there, you could hang in there a little longer. And when we're younger, my brother, we still don't have full control of our, of our hung horse. You know what I mean, my brother? So sometimes it just takes practice, and it's more mental than it is physical, to tell you the truth, but again, when we're young kids, it's hard for us to understand these things. I didn't grow up with a father. I got a stepfather later on, but, like, it was things that we had to just learn as we go. You get your first girlfriend, you get your second girlfriend, you get your third girlfriend, you get sex ed later in class, But anyways, I did want to say that. But Pedro, that's interesting. I've never heard of someone having to retract their stuff. I have heard that for older adults that want to get rid of that, or get a shorter. They don't want the skin to be too loose. That they do have these things where they put weights on their. Oh, well, no, that's different. That's them wanting to grow. So retracting it is different. They have different methods of retracting it. So it can get, so it can look like a circumcised penis. But like I was telling my brother Slim, all you have to do is get an erection, and it'll retract by itself. If you have a masterpiece, my brother, it will do the work for you. Okay, so with that, Pedro, let's let the lady up here. Welcome, Slam. Welcome to the pro.
Here, I mean,
Assalamu alaikum, my sister.
So are you promoting that people do not circumcise here today?
I am not promoting that. I'm here to ask questions and tell my story, give my testimony of my experiences, with the hoodie gang, I'm repping the hoodie gang, but I'm not here to
Circumcised.
I'm not circumcised. Alhamdulillah.
Wait, time out. Your mom didn't circumcise. What is your mom's faith?
She's Catholic, by the way. She should have done it. Yeah,
Catholic circumcised.
Yeah, most definitely. I was one of the lucky ones, I was one of the lucky ones that did not have to go through that traumatic experience.
I guess.
and I'm fine and well. I have no STDs. I'm healthy, I'm blessed, you know, sister. So I don't have any issues with it, and I do want to just share those experiences with people. And you know, if I like, we just had Slim up here. He's Somali, and he was telling me how he had to do it, and he's got two boys right now. One's 7, and I think the one's a little younger. But how he's like contemplating whether he should do it to his boys, you know. And at that age, you know, I think it's a little, you know, if I were to tell anything to
And when they're infants, I mean, I
exactly,
know some
Slam.
cultures do it later, but
hmm Yeah, and I know some people do it out of like initiation purposes, more like tribal kind of thing. And then obviously in religion we have it, right? And then you have grown up adults, like I was saying earlier, that decide to do it because they want to, you know, keep up with the Joneses and they want to be like everybody else, you know. So there are different reasons why people do it. So I'm interested in hearing other people's stories about why they do it. But Slam, what are you saying? Are you saying that everybody should be doing it, and if you don't do it, you're some kind of, I don't
okay.
know.
I'm not saying like it's not up to me, obviously, but I mean, realistically, like initially,
When you have kids, it will be up to you. Go ahead.
I was of the thoughts that okay, why are we putting our children through something like this when they shouldn't? Like, why? What's the point? God didn't make them like this. Why are we taking away God's children, right?
Okay.
But
Okay.
I did have an uncircumcised significant other, and I was constantly getting like infections. So I mean, it does pose like some risk, I guess. Maybe he was actually contemplating getting circumcised because it just wouldn't stop happening. Oh God, I hope nobody clips me, but yeah.
Nah. I definitely want to hear about
This
this.
is just a terrible thing to reveal online. My
No,
God.
this
Anyways.
this one. Don't put his name out there. This one experience, right, is going to generalize all men, though, too. And then I do know about like things that happen with like two different bodies that come together. They go through like all that biological exchange of fluids and stuff like that, right? So I think there's a natural occurrence that happens. I don't think it's related to the skin or not. But I also do believe that person could be carrying something, you know. But sister, it's like saying that just because like COVID's not a good example. What else can I use? Oh, it's almost like you're kind of like treating it like it's syphilis or it's something that as soon as you get contact, you get. I want to push back and say, yes, of course.
Every time that that happens, you're going to get an infection. But I'm saying there is a higher risk of infection. Period.
Can I ask what type of infections those were, if you feel safe enough to say so?
Be like, what was it like? I don't know, like UTIs or like I don't remember, like things that could just be easily like bacterial. Like they were saying, like
bacterial stuff
because of whatever you're receiving. Basically, it wasn't my fault. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, but it's something that was treatable. Yes. And it's something exactly. And so I'm saying there's natural whatever, what was it that you called it? Natural that stuff, whatever that stuff was that you said. Biological fluids and stuff like that happens. I think that happens by like just by sharing yourself with another individual, you know. And I mean, we can
sometimes even if
we
you
can
like
pick up a
introduce
cold
new pH or something, but
yes.
This is like a recurring thing though with the same person. So
yeah, so his H his PA or H whatever was off, you know? and I'm just saying it could have just easily just been that individual. But I'm sorry, sister, that that you had that experience, and I'm sorry that's how you think of all uncircumcised men now, you know. So hopefully, you know. Hopefully you have a better experience, you know, if you ever find yourself with an uncircumcised man.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel this comfortable if there were more of our people in here. To be honest, I'll be honest with you, but
no, I got you. And hey, this is the first time I've done this topic, and I know it's kind of this weird kind of topic, but I feel like this live is gonna be jumping soon. Watch. I bet you on anything, because I'm gonna turn the conversation into a bunch of different things. Because think about how many reasons why people do this, you know, and then think about all the stereotypes that come from this, you know, and think about how I don't know how other men use it against one another. Like, oh, you're not circumcised? Oh my God, wow, then you must be a this, you must be a that. So like there's a lot of tension. And then on top of that, Slam, it's like, oh well, the girls, what are the girls gonna think about you, right? You're not gonna get any girls if they know you have an uncircumcised or circumcised or whatever. So it's like there's so many angles that attack this with, but
Also,
just
I
like
didn't realize, like, as a man, that you feel like some societal pressure, I guess, to like be like the others, I guess. I don't know. I guess it depends on your demographic too, and like who you're around more. Because I know there's like a lot of Caribbeans who also don't do it.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have our Caribbean brothers up here like, yeah, man. The bomba clotted. I'm not cutting my shit. Yes, yes, I can already see it. It's gonna be like the FBAs, and everybody's gonna come in here and give their 2 cents about this topic. But I feel like it is. I think who I think about, Slam, the most. I think about the children, and I think about what are we doing to our children? Like the first thoughts you had, and where do these society, the society,
where
right?
They're doing a lot of talk about the women FGM.
Oh, thank you for bringing that up. Thank you. Yes, sister. Yes. Now you're on it. Now you're on it at a little deeper level. Like, why is that not a male? Why is that not male genitalia mutilation? That's my real deep question about it, because they think men can just withhold pain, or like we're just like these motherfucking. Like, I don't know, but I feel like it could be seen as that, Slam, and it's not been given too much thought into it. So, but like, this is why I'm showing this picture, because like we get to see like all the glands and all the things that are like a part of our body as we were made by God, so, but yeah, you're on it, Slam, you're on it.
I actually was about to order some food, so let me get onto this DoorDash app before it gets.
Yeah, you probably don't even want to talk about this while you're eating,
No,
so
no,
don't worry.
it's not here yet, but no, yeah.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah,
Don't
nice
worry
to talk
about
to
it.
you, brother.
All right, Slam, have a good one. Pedro, what do you think about what I said, Pedro?
Yes, I think some people they'll tell you that probably whether they think that's cleaner to have circumcised penis is, but I think that I didn't have any of that problem, because for some reason when I was growing up, my dad was like, make sure you clean your shit,
Yeah.
But it's something that you have to, every time you take a shower, you have to, pull it back and clean it and all that stuff. But I start having, I don't know if it actually affect the time, because like you said, it's more mental than anything else. But I have 14 kids, so I don't think they changed the way that you reproduce it, and the way that you feel is. I never actually talked to somebody that actually synchronized the, you know, talking about it, but
Right.
I think
Mm-hmm.
if it's a kid, if you ask me if I want to have that shit, I would say no. Don't touch my shit. I don't want nobody cut me nothing.
Right, exactly. Why would we want? Yeah, exactly. And you have 14 kids. I forgot about that. Hey man, what are you talking about? Okay, get out of here. Get out of here, man. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm about to block you, man. Don't be calling Pedro that word. Anyways. And you know what we're gonna get, Pedro? We're gonna get a lot of insecure men, right? A lot of insecure men that are not that are insecure about themselves and about that situation, and instead of being men and coming up, they're just gonna say ugly things in the comments, But but I think you're right. I think you raising how many of them were boys, Pedro?
I have one girl that she passed away, but
sorry.
I still have 4 girls and 9 boys. But I'm almost 60 years old, and I started having baby when I was 17. So, and then all of them grow up.
And did you grow up Catholic? Did you grow up Catholic, Pedro?
Yeah. Well, most of my time, I grew up with my grandfather, and he was a native. So my dad and my mom, they all go to church. My mom, she's Catholic, Roman Catholic. So I have to go to school. I have to go to school, and I have to go to church when I was growing up. But
Right. So those parents never they never got they never what was I gonna say? They never went with the whole circumcision thing, or do you think at their time it was a popular thing like it is now to get circumcised?
no, I never uh, heard them talking about it. But some people they do, but now it's like you say more popular. Several people, several religions, they want you circumcised. But I'm a member, a travel member, and that I was the kid a little bit taller than the majority of the kid. 'Cause somehow, and one of my ancestors there is Samoan, so my hair, it was a little bit curly, and I was taller than the other kid. So when I was growing up, yeah, when I was 20, I already have 3 kids, and it was because the girls and the travel member. Like one time, my grandfather took me to Peru, to a Quichua Toba tribe, and these people was talking. I was thinking my grandpa was trying to live there, right? So they was like, okay, can I get your bloodline? We have a bunch of females, and they like your bloodline. So I didn't catch exactly what it was. So I told my grandpa, I said, Grandpa, I don't want to stay here. I just want to go back with you. And he said, Pedro, no, he's talking about your babies. All you have to do, go and meet the girls and have fun with it, and they'll be nice. And all they want is they want your babies. I say, okay, I can do that.
How old were you? How old are you?
Well, the first time it happened, I was 17. So, and I have one boy, and then I went back when I was 18, and I have 2. So with 2 different girls. But
at the same
I went
time?
into that. Yeah, but one I was hanging out for like a 2 weeks, and the other one for like a month.
Wait.
And
Is this like part of the wait, Pedro? Is this part of the culture where there's just a kind of like an exchange of like certain families that come together and they say we want your descendancy, or we want your lineage, kind of thing?
yeah, we get some tribes in the Amazonas. Most the female, uh, it'll stay back on the jungle with the kid, and the male they're always going to fight the Spaniards, right? So through 200-300 years, the Spaniards start pew-pewing most of the males. So they have a bunch of female. So what they doing? They went to different tribes and get men. So it was more to preserve life,
Right.
like when a female can have like 10 kids, like 15 kids. They start having baby when they're 14, 15, and just having kids, not just because they don't know how to control themselves or was not TV there. No, it was because they know they have to reproduce. And the inbred, it was not a question. they do have record who is your, who is your nephew, who is who was your dad. So if you have a family when you have 3 or 4 or 5 females, and then you will go and talk to different tribes, and it's happening because they know they're young, right? So they said, okay, let's go and have, you come to my tribe and be here for a couple months, and you just go meet the girls, and the girls, you can fall in love with the girls, if the girls fall in love with you
At a young age too. That's funny.
yeah, it was so beautiful. At the same time, you can see the girls talking like, well, if you got a baby out of him, why not going to have a baby? They was going to their parents like, she have a baby for Pedro, and it came out beautiful. So I was making kids with no problem.
You had the genes everybody wanted. It sounds like.
Uh-huh.
It's funny. Yeah, go ahead, Pedro.
The girls, the Amazonas girls, they're gorgeous. I don't know if you're seeing it. Oh, Brazil, they're gorgeous.
I haven't seen any personally, but I bet they are beautiful. So Pedro, so you had this experience young, and the parents were in on this, right? Like they were part of the tribes, and they let this happen, right? Like they sanctioned this.
Yes, they'll said, okay, you guys going to know each other, right?
Right.
So we go on camping and we go ride horses or go hunting. Yeah, the first or the second day, we got all the hormone going, and it's like, hey, look, nobody's here. we got some
Yeah.
happy plan.
That sounds beautiful and natural at the same time, man. We don't have that. We don't have that shit here. Like how to court a woman, how to how our families prepare it. It's almost like it's up to us to go find the one. And it makes things a lot harder. I think as a culture, as a society, that's beautiful, Pedro. I like that story, man. And a lot of people might try to pervert that. They might be like, "Oh, you guys were too young," or "Oh, these women don't have a chance to be independent and go out." But it's like that. That's how their family, like you were saying, that's how they lived, and that's part of tradition, And I can see how women can push back on that, or some men that would be like, "Oh, well, you were in a cult, or some shit like that." So
Yeah.
That does sound good, though. It does sound good, honestly.
yeah. Thank you, Pedro. Let me introduce Popeye and Atan right here. Popeye, the questions I'm going to ask now are going to be funny. Instead of being like, "Give me your age," give me your race. Give me your race. Yeah, exactly. Give me your race, your ethnicity. I'm gonna say, are you circumcised? Are you hoodie gang? Are you cut gang? Or
I'm hoodie, bro. I never got
hoodie
cut.
gang. Okay, Popeye. And
Hey,
then
but I got a question.
go ahead, shoot.
Does that make you longer, like uncircumcised?
Well, you know what? I don't want to say that, dog. This is just a picture I found to tell you the
Is
truth.
it a myth, though?
And
I heard that too.
okay, well, we can say, guys, because look, one guy could just be hung, and the other guy could just, I don't know if it's the same penis. You feel me? but listen.
You got extra skin. It makes you look bigger.
Have less. Okay, maybe it doesn't get shorter, but you do have less of it. You have less of your penis. That's for sure. You have less of these glands that live. Yeah, these nerve endings. The protective skin is there for a reason. That's how we were made into this world. I really do believe that. So having less of that for whatever reasons that they're telling us, for hygienic purposes, because they don't want to wash it, they say, or
you gotta wash it.
Or just because they say it's for aesthetic purposes, it looks nicer, like all that shit. So I don't know. That's why I'm having these questions up here with the people like this, and I'm not here to judge, but some don't ever want to retract the foreskin. They say it's too hard to wash. But again,
it's pretty easy for me.
And it also depends. Like, it depends if you have a small penis or a big penis. I'm sure there's a different varieties. There's a spectrum of things. But that's why, Popeye, I don't know if that's how your penis looks like after you do a circumcision. I'm not going to say that. it's safe to say safe to say I don't know either. So, but Popeye, what do you think, brother? What do you think about this whole
I
controversy?
think it does make you look, because I'm uncircumcised and it looks bigger than circumcised people. Like the picture you have here, it makes it look longer, and the women like it like that.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. I've heard the women love it, love to see it without foreskin, right? Wait, I thought you said you were a hoodie gang, Popeye.
Well, who do you mean is uncircumcised, right?
Yeah, uncircumcised. Oh, okay. So you are uncircumcised. Okay. All right. I thought you said circumcised. My bad. So you think it looks longer with your skin on there? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Well, have you compared it to another penis or something? How do you know this information?
Look at my brother. I think my brother's circumcised. He has a teeny weeny, a teeny weeny.
So wait, your brother was circumcised, but not you? How did that come about?
I got lucky. I don't want nothing to be cut. Are you kidding me? I need every skin I got.
But my brother, we weren't able. Like, if you were a child, who asked you for consent? You know what I mean? Did you go, baby? Did you talk when you were a baby or something?
I don't know, man. It's just, I guess no mother wants it clean, or I just think it looks dirtier.
It looks dirtier. It looks dirtier circumcised. Is that what you said?
Yeah, because everything's open. With the intact, uncircumcised, you got the skin covering your penis.
That's interesting,
That's
dude.
my opinion.
I just had a Muslim brother up here that said that that we get more diseases because we have the hood on, and that and you would think about that and go, wouldn't an exposed penis get more dirtier than a covered one? That's in my logic,
right?
In
Doesn't
my
make
head.
sense.
That's what I'm thinking. But everybody has their reasons, and it's
Wait, there's a woman in here. Let's talk to her about it.
No, hold on. What's up, lady?
Yes.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Let me get through these boys first. Let me get through these men real quick, and I'll get to you. Okay, lady?
Okay.
Thank you, sister. Okay, Popeye, any final words before I move on to Tom? We're going to have an open panel too, guys, so we can talk about this amongst ourselves. But
I'm just team uncircumcised. I'm team uncircumcised.
Team uncircumcised. Yeah, we're going to have different teams, right? Team circumcised, team uncircumcised. And then what other question should I use to introduce people? Should I ask for an age? Should I ask for the same things I always ask for, race and ethnicity? Like, does it even?
I think uncircumcised and circumcised should.
Okay. Should I ask for size? Do you think that would be appropriate, or no?
Yeah.
You think I should ask for size? Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to take all this into consideration. I'm going to take this all into consideration today. I'm just going to keep it normal, but I'm going to make this a thing. But yeah, it's going to be funny. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be educational. I think we can all learn from each other about different experiences, especially about how other women feel about this and how other men feel about it. We're also going to touch the topic of genital mutilation, how it's seen in women, but it's not seen in men. You know what I mean?
Yes. They put pearl. You know what's pearls on the penis head? Pearl, like little round balls, like metal, like piercing.
I don't know what that is.
I agree with the topic, man.
I think that's something else.
I agree, man.
I don't know.
But that's modification, isn't it?
I don't know. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, guys. Let's go ahead and introduce everyone so we can all chime in. Okay. All right, Atan. Welcome up, man. Circumcised or uncircumcised, and where you from? We'll start with that.
Man, you can call me S. Michael though, man. I feel like S. Michael sounds better.
Is it S. Michael, brother?
It is S. Michael.
Is it really, Atan?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, brother. Welcome back.
Yo, bye. People don't even know, bro. I've been everywhere. But
yeah, go ahead. Give us your thoughts on the topic, my brother.
So I think it's up to the parents' choice, man. To be honest, you know what I mean. Oh shit, Black is here. Black is always my head. But anyways, I think it's up to the parents, man. Honestly, I guess they have their reasons. Sometimes it's like religious. Sometimes it's like they feel like it's more hygienic. Maybe other reasons behind that as well. Me, I don't have any issues. I did hear not too long ago that some people in their adulthood they get circumcised.
Well, yeah.
Because of because like it's not easy for everybody to pull it back, supposedly. So for the people who it's a struggle to pull it back, it hurts them, so they have to get it. You know what I mean? Snip. But you know, for me, I'm good.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that's a popular one. I can't pull it back, or I'm tired of pulling it back. They say. I don't know what that's about, you know, and I'm sure there's some instances, right? All individuals, there's different instances. Maybe it's a medical thing. Maybe it does irritate them, you know. Maybe there is a real medical practice of why they do it, but I don't think it's for the overall, like that. It can't generalize for all men with foreskin. So, but that is a popular one, Atan or S. Michael. I do agree with you. Is that all, Atan? Is that all before I moving on to Lady?
Yeah.
All right, brother. Lady, welcome to the panel. You're the second woman on this panel speaking on this subject. Good to see you again. And can I get if you're not circumcised or uncircumcised, I'm gonna ask you if you. No, wait. I'm saying since you're a lady, I can't ask you that question. But what I can ask women if they have children, if they chose to circumcise their children, or do they leave them natural?
Okay, I can speak on all of that. Okay, for kids,
All right.
yeah, like my two boys, they got circumcised. It's not a religion thing. It's more like, okay, you have people out here, right? Guys, some guys, I'm not gonna say all, that don't clean themselves right. So you gotta think of it. When you have a pullback or whatever that's called, turtleneck or whatever they call it, they don't know how to clean it. So it's a lot of bacteria gets around, the tip. And so that is nasty. If you ever seen one before, it looks gross. Um, I think it's safe to get circumcised because you don't have to worry about that, you know, opposed to having that pull, it's just nasty.
It's an easy fix. You just water it down.
But it's nasty. I mean, it's like like I said, not all
Lady,
guys.
did you see your children's penises dirty and shit, and you're like, ew? Or did you see
No,
did you
no,
see a
no.
grown man? Did you see a
But
grown man's
it
penis?
was it was in high school. And
Okay.
this guy, I was like, ugh, what is that? That's weird looking. And I was like, oh my God, is that a turtleneck or what? And he pulled it and you see I'm gonna call it trash. You see all the trash
Jeez.
around it.
Yeah, the
Jeez.
cheese. Oh no.
And I was like, oh no, you're nasty.
The cheese. These
Cheese.
niggas said the cheese.
Yeah, so like I said, some they don't know how to clean it.
Nah, she's
But
not
I
lying.
think it's for me personally, I think at birth, because the baby don't feel anything really. So I think at birth they should just get it snipped and that's it. Because when you get older, it's more painful.
That's true. We have come to the
No.
conclusion that
No, it is painful. A lot
we
of
have come
guys
to
that
that
I know,
conclusion.
they
I'm
waited till
40.
they got
It's not
about
pain.
50, 40, 60 to get a snip. I'm like, what?
You're wait, Papa, you're for it when you get older? Is that what you
I'm
said?
40. I'm 40.
Oh, you're
And it
40.
doesn't hurt. I don't know what she's talking
Oh,
about.
I know.
Well,
Well,
everybody's different, but the ones I know.
Look, lady wouldn't know. It's just all aesthetics for lady, right? It's how it looks. Okay, for women, it's always going to be how it looks.
But
They
you
wouldn't.
gotta
Hold on, lady. Hold on.
Yeah.
But she'll never know how it feels. Okay, only men know how it feels. Okay, that's an easy one, right? But I can agree with you, lady. There are some gross men out there that don't know how to wash even their ass, right? There are some men that you have to show them how to split their butt cheeks apart to wipe their own fucking ass, okay?
Yep.
So it's no different than fucking pulling your shit back to clean yourself. If you know how to clean yourself, you know how to clean yourself, okay? So we're talking about dirty people and clean people. Some people never wash their fucking hands after using the fucking toilet. That's disgusting.
Oh my God, that's so nasty.
So let's be rational about this. Let's be logical about this, about how there's just dirty people and then there's clean people. Now, if you're a parent and you don't want to wash your own son's penis, you think it's too hard, it's too much, and you rather just get the snip for that reason, you don't want to deal with the cheese, the cottage cheese, you feel me? Then I can understand, but again, it's for aesthetics purposes. And like you said, it might be for hygiene, because if they can't clean themselves, how the fuck are they going to clean the rest of their fucking body? But I think it goes along with everything else. Just as we normalize to clean your ass, it should be as easy to normalize to clean your penis, okay? And let's not talk about what women discharge from the vagina, okay? There's a bunch of different fluids, there's
Oh,
a bunch of different cheeses, there's a blood,
Wait,
there's
wait,
every
wait,
hold on, lady, hold
wait,
on. I'm just saying.
wait.
the
There's a
blood.
lot of things. There's a lot of things that come out of that beautiful beautiful vagina, right? But you know, there's other things too that for the men aesthetically, for the men all their senses, right? Their smell, the this, the that it might not look good to them, you know. Sometimes they only want to see it when they want to use it, you know what I mean? But anyways, I will say that, lady. And
I just
I don't mean any harm by that, by the way.
no, it's fine. No, there's some females out there are nasty too. Okay, I have
Stop.
to say that.
But
And
lady,
huh?
lady, do you think the uncircumcised makes you look bigger than circumcised?
I think personally, when you have a turtleneck, you
It make
should that make it look like an elephant trunk. Like
it makes it
it,
look
it's
longer, right?
Man, she's
no,
throwing
it
the
look
digs.
no, heck no. Like you want to see the whole thing. You don't want to see something tucking. Like you want to see the whole thing.
It's just extra skin.
Oh my god, lady, you're hilarious.
It's extra skin that needs to be cut
Damn, lady, that's
because you want
harsh.
to see the head. You don't want
Of
to see
course. Of
like
course.
come on. Would you want to
But
see that?
lady,
Come on.
listen, let's be logical, lady. That's when it's small. When you're not hard, obviously the skin's gonna cover the head and it's covering like a hoodie. It protects the head, right?
Well,
But well, listen, when you get erected, when you get an erection, it naturally peels back. It naturally looks like a circumcised penis.
it looks so.
I don't know if you've seen enough in your life. Maybe you just seen that one in high school, you know. But I remember girls just like you, the same thing, the turtleneck and ew, and the it looks like like I remember that, and it scarred me for life, you know, because I was like, what's wrong with me? Why did my parents do that to me? Why did they leave me with this elephant
You
trunk with
should.
this turtleneck, you know? So I always remember the girls in high school, you know, even
Yeah.
the men that look down on me for not having a circumcised penis. But that's
It's
another
nothing
story.
wrong. It's nothing wrong with it. It's just about some. I can't speak for you or anybody. I could just say that because females are so open down there. So it's like if you don't clean your penis, right, and then you have sex with them, you could get hurt. She could get infected. You get what I'm saying? I can't speak for all
Of
men,
course,
but
and let's okay. That's a good one, right? Let's take that out of the equation because if you don't clean yourself, period, right? Whether you're a man or female, those things could happen. The STDs, all this other nasty shit that we don't
But
sweat.
that's
want.
why they use condoms. That's why there's
Yeah,
condoms.
but that only
But
protects to
you
a
still
certain
have to,
degree.
yeah, you still have to wash your penis though. Like the condom is not going to protect the smell.
How
The
many
condom.
times have you actually intercourse with someone and the condom got stuck in a female?
That too, or it breaks.
Maybe
I mean, you could never
maybe
rely on
once.
a condom. Come on, let's be honest. Um, but
I use a
um,
condom all
but
the time.
let's have a medium ground, right? Let's just say that we before we start talking about whether the circumcised or the not circumcised, let's have a conversation about cleanliness, right? About washing your ass as well as your penis as well as your vagina, all that
Man,
shit. Then we don't have to look down on people because they're dirty. We just know them as dirty people, right? So that we can take that out of the equation when we're talking about this, okay? But I do appreciate, lady, that I'm happy you said all those things because those things are all true and those are all things that I've heard before, you know, and it re-cements in my mind how I felt in those times, you know.
well,
But
can I
thank you,
say
lady.
one? Can I
Yes,
say
no,
one more
lady,
thing
you
and I'm
can
gonna
land on
land?
your point. You can land your point.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what I like to say for the females, a lot of them don't know how to wash their ass, and that's the truth. Especially when they take a shower and no, they take a shower, then no, they take a bath, and then it's like you're soaking in your own dirt. And what you're supposed to do is take a shower, take the dirt off, then take a bath. People might think I'm crazy, but I use a bar of soap like a day. I'm sorry, I have a OCD problem, and I want to feel clean. So
Wait, what about showering after a bath? That's also fair, right?
Hold on, Wyatt. Hold on,
no,
Wyatt. Let her
no,
land. You're next, okay,
because
Wyatt? I'm gonna introduce you.
okay,
Hold on. Go ahead.
so
Go
how it
ahead.
is like this with a woman, since we're open down there, you don't want to sit in your dirt, right? You
So
want
do
to
you?
take a shower first, take the dirt off, then you could take a bath because we're open down
Yeah,
there.
But do you use
And
tampons?
yeah.
that
That's
is
true. That's
so
true.
disgusting. That you're allowing like to get yeast and all that stuff because it's warm. Like bacteria feeds off of warmness,
You
if
know,
that makes sense.
in high school, no girl used a tampon, and you saw the blood stains on her pants.
Yeah, because she kept it
People were
there and
making,
yeah, that's what I said. Some females are nasty.
Yeah,
they
yeah. You
don't use
gotta take that
tampon.
shit. You gotta take that shit out before you even take a shower, right, a lady, or do they
What
keep it
about just
in?
going to
Yeah,
the?
when you use the
Okay.
bathroom
Yeah,
too.
exactly. So that yeah, if anyone keeps something in like that, that's something they're just lazy. They don't wanna fucking clean
Yeah,
themselves right. Like
What
Yeah,
about
that's
just
the
going on
you
ingredients,
to
gotta
yeah.
you
back
like
in the day?
like lady said, you gotta wipe the dirt. You gotta scrub that fucking dirt off you before you
take a
actually
bath.
rinse it all off, because that's part of the process. So if you take a
No.
bath before you do that, when you go to the gym or when you go into a
Hmm.
pool, they tell you you got to take a shower before you jump into this
Yeah.
fucking pool because they want to get
Yes.
rid of all that. So that's a great example, lady. Let
Yeah.
me go to the next person because these guys are eager to talk. Okay, I'll come back. We're gonna have an
Okay.
open panel. We'll do a quick run through and then we'll have an open panel so everybody can talk amongst themselves. Okay, and let's keep it
Okay.
respectful so we can do this in the future and we can learn from all this. Okay, so White, welcome to the panel, my brother. Are you give me your age and give me if you're circumcised or uncircumcised and where you're from. We'll start there.
So I'm 25 from Australia, uncircumcised, and actually against circumcision as well.
Oh,
I wanted to say
interesting, brother. Yeah, welcome to the
it's good
panel.
that
Go
you're
ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
it's good that you're advocating against it. It's a very unnatural thing. It's I speak out all the time. I host lives as well against Islam and the practice of FGM, female genital mutilation, which is a practice that is normalized and allowed within Islam, and you see in North African countries, the Islamic countries, right? And it's very extreme and gruesome. And so I also think we should have the same standard to men, that male circumcision also is genital mutilation. God, the creator, nature, whatever you want to call it, creates us with a foreskin for a reason because it protects the head and it should be kept there. So, host, here you have on the circumcised part, it says glands. I want to add that the circumcision actually removes those glands because it dries out. So the glands, the nerves at the end, the head is meant to be the most sensitive part. It's meant to have the most sensitivity, but the circumcision actually removes that sensitivity and does dry it out. And you can see reports online about people talking how, pre-circumcision SMEX was more enjoyable than post because they had more nerve endings, they had more sensitivity. So that's all I have to say.
That's true too, yeah.
Thank you
I
for that,
agree
White.
with
And
that.
I have said this, right, and this is not. I haven't even researched all this stuff, but I talked about my experiences, but I have researched about the nerve endings and how we have more nerve endings on that foreskin than we do on our fingertips and our toes. So just to think about that, and just to think about that, those are actual glands, So there's something more sinister, I think, behind it. We just don't know it because it's kind of like we're just kind of riding the bandwagon on this and thinking that it's all for aesthetic purposes, Oh, it has to look clean or it has to look like a certain way.
That's a
So
lie.
I
That is a
know,
lie.
and then
Look,
so obviously
the only
religions
yeah,
are
sorry.
a big part of this culture, right? Certain indigenous tribes, they do this for what's it called initiation kind of rituals and stuff like your manhood to be a man. And I will want to dive into that later on. But let's go ahead and introduce. Thank you, Michael, thank you, White, for that. Thank you. We're gonna have an open panel, so stick around. What's up, AI? Welcome to the panel, my brother. Can I get your age, if you're circumcised or uncircumcised, and where you're from?
I'm 24, uncircumcised. I'm from Nevada.
Okay,
I just
welcome to
had
the
a
panel, brother.
question.
Go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
So, the main, the picture we got in front of our screen is saying it's not just a snip, right? There's 4 major parts of the penis that are being amputated, right? I just want to know, what is the function of those 4 parts that are being amputated? Like, what is
My
the
brother.
importance of these organs that are being removed?
To keep it clean, I think.
The way I heard it, my brother. Well, yeah, it could be that, right? It could, because it's keeping fluids, right? Some people say it's fluid. I don't know if that. I think the natural lubricant that happens, it's like a natural thing, so the thing can retract. I'm guessing, right? The way that I kind of picture it, my brother. If you're a car man, right? If you think about the pistons in a car, how the pistons work, the pistons go up and down, and you see how it moves smoothly. And how it gets the engine going, So that's how I picture. That's how I picture a uncircumcised penis. So the functionality of your penis is why it's there. I don't think it's and also the sensitivity part of it, right? The more pleasure that you get throughout the whole shaft of your penis. I'm guessing. Okay, that's my guess. But maybe somebody else has a different thing.
See, I've had this conversation. People say that like it protects against like STIs and things like that with the smegma production and whatnot, but I don't really know. Nobody ever
Well,
says anything concrete.
AI, that's a great point. Well, because we only get one or the other. It's like you protect yourself with STDs with it on. Wait, I haven't heard it with it on. I've only heard with it off. You protect yourself. I don't understand that because, like I was telling my brother Popeye, it's more exposed. How the hell would you think an exposed penis is more protected than a covered one? But I can't really prove that. But it feels logical that having it covered protects you more. Maybe because our our skin there is a lot thicker than our exposed skin. The pink side of our skin.
Is a penis a muscle or organ?
Compared to the harder, sturdier one. That's a good question, Command. Let me introduce you, my brother. Can I get your age, and then if you're circumcised or uncircumcised, and then where you from, please?
34, New Zealand. Those private comments are none of your business.
Well, I'm gonna just drop you because it's none of your business what we're
about
gonna talk about. So I only want people that are willing to be vulnerable up here to talk about it, so we can all feel comfortable and nobody feels insecure about their private parts. But I had to drop them, guys. I'm gonna drop them. All right, let's have an open panel, guys. Have an open panel. Let's just talk about this amongst ourselves.
Yo, bro,
And,
is this shit for real?
oh my God, Gaka, we're gonna have an open panel. If you want to chime in, you have to give me facts if you're circumcised or uncircumcised and where you're
I'm
from.
not
Give me your age.
circumcised. Is this for real, man?
Yes.
Are you hurt, bro? Are you insecure, bro?
I'm not.
What's wrong with having these?
I thought that circumcision actually makes it bigger,
Well, that's wrong, sir. That's not factual.
Oh my God.
But here, we're not really here to talk about
we're
not really here to talk about who's more hung and who's not. I think we're here to talk about the health effects and the long-term effects. My brother. If you were blessed with a hung horse, you were blessed with a hung horse. If you were blessed with a micro penis, you were blessed with the micro penis. There's nothing much I can say.
Well, shut up.
Look at this little insecure little bastard right there. Look, we're going to have the same TikTok ragers as you see in every other conversations, guys. So don't worry about them.
Lady, can I speak to Lady?
Yeah, well, I just want to make sure Gaka is not a troll. Gaka, are you going to be
We are
cool?
debating anything these days. What the fuck?
He's a troll.
I know. It's a good thing. Look, man, I just wanted to get out of all the racial stuff and all the, there's a lot of negativity out there. I thought this would be a good balanced conversation, but we are going to find the troll. So if you can be cool, man, we'll let you up here and we can all have a cordial conversation, okay? Okay, guys, hold on. There's a lot of new. I fucked up and let everybody just come up here whenever they want. I should have edited that.
Bro, I go to sleep, man.
My God, we got blew up.
Getting coping? Why are you getting
Yo,
coping? Why are you getting
he's a
All
coping?
right,
mod,
Why
I'm
are
gonna have
you
to
bro.
getting
drop you
Shut
coping?
up.
Why
now,
are you
bro.
getting
Why
coping?
why
Why
are
are
you
you
why are
getting
you so
coping? Why are you getting
insecure?
coping?
Why are you so
Why are you getting
insecure
coping? Why
and
are you
have a
getting
small
go get
penis?
surgery?
Junkies,
Go get
chill out.
surgery. Go get
Oh, I
surgery.
dropped the
Why are
wrong
you getting
person.
coping?
Oh,
Why are
my
you
bad,
getting
bro. I thought it was you.
Thank you.
Come back. Oh my god, I dropped the wrong person. Oh my god, I'm sorry, guys. Hey,
Who
come
cares?
back, brother. Yo, everybody mute
Please,
up. Everybody mute
Lady,
up.
will you
I have to
subscribe to
apologize to the brother
taking
I just dropped.
supplements to
Well, hey, yo,
increase your
White,
girth and length?
White, come back up, White, White, come back up, man. I'm sorry I dropped you, White. Come back up, brother. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I have to invite White back. Okay, thank you, White. I'm sorry, brother. I don't know why I thought that was you, or I
That's
don't know.
okay. You're
I
good.
thought
You're
that
good.
was.
You're good.
I didn't read.
You're right. You're right. It's
My bad.
okay.
Okay, guys, let's
But I
have a
just
cordial
looked it up real
conversation. I
quick.
gotta take off where people could just come in here. Um, okay, guys, I do want to have a cordial conversation amongst your guys' selves. I gotta go to the bathroom really quick, so here I'm gonna make White and Pop. Oh wait, Lady, you're already my mod, right? Lady, you're my mod. Are you my mod, Lady?
can I be a mod?
All right, let me make you guys some mod. I'm gonna make 3 of you guys mods so you guys can
Nah, don't make
handle
me
these
mod. Don't make me
people.
Yo,
mod.
All
Don't
make
make
right.
me
me a
mod. Don't
mod.
make me mod.
Yeah, you
Don't make
keep
me
saying you're
mod.
gonna make me mad. You
All right.
don't.
I
Don't make me
got you.
mod.
Girl. Hold on.
Yo,
Give me
can
a
you guys
second.
hear me?
Okay.
Yes.
Hold
All
on,
right,
Cole.
so
Hold on. Give me a second.
yep.
Hold on. Give me a second, really. Give me a second. I'm gonna make these 2 mods right here. Okay, so Popeye and Lady, you guys are my mod. You said White, you don't want to be a mod, right? White doesn't want to be a mod. Okay, that's fine. He's out of here. Okay, White, you're always welcome to come back. I really like your perspective. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna introduce right now. East, introduce yourself. Just say uncircumcised or circumcised. Commander, if you can be cordial, you can stay up here. And then Kui, you can stay up here as well. You just got up here, so go ahead, East Yes, Dallas. sir. Give me,
I'm
yeah, give me
uncircumcised.
Wait,
your.
you didn't make me mad yet.
Okay, thank you. I did. Let me see. Did I give you full
Guys.
powers? Maybe I didn't.
How do you know if you're a mod or not?
Hold on, Parker. Hold on, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm doing this mod shit real quick. I'm so surprised so many people aren't in here, man, about this subject. That's crazy. All right, I
What
found it,
Metis
guys. All
is
right, now you're
talking
mods.
about
Okay,
men's
hold on.
health.
I'm uncircumcised.
Yeah. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. All
This
right,
is
I
I'm
got
pretty
you
just
much.
too.
waiting for you to
Okay, you
tell me
guys
to
are now
speak here.
mods. Sorry it took so long. Okay, I know.
Okay,
Guys,
yeah,
stay
got it.
muted. Guys, stay muted for me so we don't get any background noise. And then when I call on you, you get to speak. Okay, and then we'll have an open panel. We can all talk. All right. So again, lady, and Popeye, you guys are mods. If you see someone acting up or saying something stupid, go ahead and just drop them. Mute people up if they're talking out of turn. Okay. Thank you guys. You don't get paid for this, but I really appreciate it. Okay, East Dallas. Any initial thoughts on this? You can speak your mind, and then I'm gonna let Commander speak his mind, and then I'm gonna let Cole speak his mind, and then Parker, I'm gonna let you speak your mind. Okay, let's just do this, and then we'll have an open panel. Go
I
ahead,
feel like
East.
it's not natural. I feel like it's not natural to snip a piece of skin away that was meant to be there. If it wasn't meant to be there, then you would have been born with it already snipped, prefabricated. You know. So I mean, I'm not circumcised, and that's all. That's
Okay, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Can you mute up? You got a lot of background noise. All right, Commander, you get one more chance to come up here, bro. Please be chill. Please be chill.
Yeah.
Can you give me your age, if you're uncircumcised or circumcised, and where you're from?
Again, I'm from New Zealand, 37 degrees south of the Pacific equator. I'm 35. And I think it's extremely important that we frame this conversation up as men's health, having regular checks on that area, keeping it clean, talking about girth and enlargement and exercises to increase that, like Kegel bell exercises or the use of a pump. Some men over 40 struggle with incontinence or penile dysfunction, just to name a few. But yeah, I think it's a cultural perspective or a choice to circumcise or to not. I think it's a myth to think that it may give the perception that it looks bigger because the head's exposed. But yeah, unless you're taking supplementation or regular use of a penis pump, you're not going to see length and strength.
Okay, Commander. Now that you're talking, Commander, I only asked the question. I know you don't want to answer if you're circumcised or uncircumcised, and maybe you know what? I will have an option for people just to keep that private because it's not about
Not
calling
about
people.
that, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
it's not. No, I hear you, brother, and I thought about it for a little bit, and now maybe you're right about that. And I'm happy you brought up the health concern. It is a health concern. It's not just about whether your penis is bigger or not. This is not about who's hungrier than the rest. I think
Yeah.
just
That's the battle of the ego.
yeah, and let me reaffirm that that's not why I talked about this. Okay, that's not my purpose of this. And I know one looks bigger than the other, and I told everyone before this that I don't even know if that's factually true, and that's what it looks like it's indicating. So I apologize for this. I'll probably get a better picture. I just like this one because it shows the anatomy and it shows everything that was cut off. The glands, the nerve endings. So that's why I showed it, but. I'll take that into consideration, Commander. Thank you so much. Stick around. We're gonna have an open panel. I'll add you to. Kushi, I can't pronounce your name. Kui. Welcome to the panel, my brother. Can I get your age, if you're circumcised or uncircumcised, and where you're from, my brother?
Circumcision is evil.
Oh my God, here we go. You're gonna get disconnected, dropped. Okay. As anything else on TikTok, we're gonna have our trolls, guys. Everybody wants to argue about something. But Kui, I'm gonna skip you if you don't respond. Kui, maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong, guys. Who's after Commander? What's his name? How do you pronounce that?
Cole.
Cole?
Are you
Cole?
trying to say Cole?
Yeah. Is it Cole? Oh, it's a L.
Cole.
I thought it was a I. I thought it was
So
I.
I'm just gonna give a little bit of history on why circumcision is a thing, just to give people a little bit more of an understanding, and that it's not a super important thing for you to even do. So, it was originally made as a Jewish faith thing to separate the Jews from the Gentiles, if that makes sense. It was another way for them to say we're honoring our God. And if you want to join the Jewish faith through marriage, it was required that you got circumcised. So it was more of a religious practice than a health thing, even when it was created. And it still shows to this day that it doesn't really have benefits. It's still more for religious practice, if you ask me.
Okay, thank you, Cole. Is there any last thoughts before I move on? We'll have an open panel, so thanks for being patient, guys. Okay, Cole, any last thoughts before I move on?
No, that was just everything I wanted to add.
All right, I appreciate that insight. Thank you for that. Okay, Cole. Let's go ahead and move on with Darth. Darth, welcome to the panel. Can I get your age, your age, if you're circumcised or uncircumcised, and where you're from?
Yep, no problem. I'm 24, I'm uncircumcised, and I'm from Australia.
Okay, welcome to the panel, my brother. Go ahead, give us your thoughts on the prompt or whatever else you want to respond to anything you've heard so far.
Yeah, I think it's actually an important discussion. It's obviously not had very often. I'm seeing people here sort of expressing, what's the word I'm looking for? Discontent, perhaps, with the object of circumcision, and usually you'll see people on this app coping or saying it's necessary, it's a good thing. So I'm actually pleasantly surprised that there are people here that are against it, because I am against it as well. I don't see it as any sort of benefit. And like what Commander was saying, or was it Cole that was saying? It was basically just a Jewish tradition, and it's still very prevalent today. The practice of circumcising is still prevalent today, but I don't believe there's any reason to circumcise your child for those sorts of reasons, and that they try and play it off and say that it's a medical thing, but it's really not. It's really not. There's no necessity for it. The only necessity I do know, there was one person who I do know personally, and he was almost 40. He had to get it because he had a medical condition where he could have gone septic, so he had to circumcise himself. The doctors had to circumcise him. But for a newborn child, there's no reason to do it. I mean, there's a reason you have a foreskin. It's and like you mentioned, there's actually many parts of it that's removed, not just the one part of it. So yeah, like I think it's unnecessary. It does more harm than good. Thank you. I'll mute up now.
All right, appreciate that. Appreciate that, Darth. Appreciate the insight. All right, let's move on to I think that's a Portuguese flag. Portuguese flag, brother. You can unmute. Can I get your age and if you're circumcised or uncircumcised and where you're from, please?
Hi, Will here, 19, originally from Vanuatu, but now live in Australia, and I am circumcised.
Okay, welcome to the panel, brother. Go ahead, give us your thoughts or respond to anything that's been said.
I've got more questions than something to actually add. When I first had mine, it was like, 11 years old? And they said it made my penis cleaner. Is that true?
Well, that's debatable, Will. That's why we're having these conversations, Some people, like most of the time, we know that that happens when you're an infant, and now I'm learning that it happens to children when they get a little bit older and then into their adulthood. So I think for aesthetic purposes, people do it. It is very popular to do it for aesthetic purposes. So it depends. It just depends who you believe at this point, But how do you feel with it? How do you feel it? Do you feel like it's cleaner? Do you think you? Do you think?
I reckon.
Go ahead.
Because mine was done for religious reasons, and it wasn't done in a very sanitary environment. Like everything's fine if I've had it checked by the doctors and that, but there's bits where hair is meant to grow out, but now it's just white spots.
Interesting.
And I also had a lot of pain from time to time. It's starting to fade away, even though it's been like 9 years now. But personally, if I had to...
Oh, okay. Interesting, man. Thank you for sharing that. Because we still don't all know, especially at all the different stages of a man's growth, I think it's really important to so we know get these anecdotal kind of experiences so we can be further educated and informed when we do this to our children, you know what I mean? So thank you for sharing that, Will. Stick around, my brother, so you can ask more questions and maybe people on the panel have different answers, I'm afraid that like everybody, I didn't expect this channel to get so we got 82 people on the viewing right now. Thank you so much. I had no idea this was going to be such a big deal. But yeah, hit the like. I've never asked people to hit the like, but hit the like, or I don't know what they say, But I'm really more interested in these conversations to further our education, like I said. So I keep promising an open panel, but new people keep coming up. So I'm gonna stop at. I do want to get everybody's feedback. God damn it, this is gonna be hard. Okay, let's just move forward. Let's see how this goes. Playing up. Welcome to the panel. Playing up. Can I get you to introduce yourself with your age, if you're circumcised or uncircumcised, and where you from, brother?
Yeah, my age is 38. I'm from New Zealand and I'm not circumcised. My little piece I wanted to add, like the bro, excuse me, in my Cook Island culture, like around 11, 12, you get taken away to do it. And like as a kid, I got mocked because I didn't get to do it. And so like I kind of felt like I missed out, and I planned to do it with my son when he got of age. But then seeing this, you've made me a religious kind of thing, like the bro said, cultural kind of thing. It is copied from the Jewish faith, but yeah, like I've seen this little photo, not that this photo is like scientific or anything, or like, I'll have to look this up, but now I've seen this, it makes me think a little bit different on it. I did want to get it done with me and my son, so he didn't get mocked like I did. And so that was my thinking, but now this has like made me question it a bit. Thank you.
Oh, I'm happy you shared that, because I shared a similar experience. I was telling Lady, my mod down there, I was telling her about how my classmates or how other females viewed me, from middle school to high school, and how I was mocked as well. and you know, thought that there was something wrong with me. You know, I literally thought something like, I don't know, like my mom missed the appointment, and or like, you know, we grew up Catholic, so you know it's something that even all religion practices do it, and even some tribes, you know, where it's what do they call it, like
Coming of age. It's kind
yeah,
of
coming of age. I forget the other term, but yeah, coming of age. You got to initiation, right? So it's initiation. So yeah, I'm happy you shared that because I had a similar experience. Thank you for sharing that.
Most of the Pacific cultures will do it. Like it's because they all believe in Christianity. It's come from the missionaries, so most of them will. Like it's really uncanny for us not to do it. But then I'm also indigenous to New Zealand, and we don't do it. Like it's not part of our culture. So I was always like really conflicted.
Yeah, facts. Well, there's a common ground here.
I have a question. Someone in the comments said that they have theirs removed and then they put it back.
Oh,
I don't get that.
I think they're trolling, man.
They're just trolling.
No. Have you seen, you know, Penn and Teller, like how they used to do the like they used to see if things were bullshit or not. They went and like did research on it, and they said if you like pull it forward for a certain amount of time during like every day, then it grows back. That was on. I don't know if they're like that.
I think,
on TV. You can look
so
up.
maybe he didn't remove it, lady. Maybe he just retracted it and then it came back. You know, so don't read the comments. The comments are gonna get crazy. Okay, and, let's not get distracted. Let's not get distracted. Okay, let's move on. Thank you, Plain. Thank you for that information, for that insight. Let's move on to UA. Welcome to the panel. Can I get your age, if you're circumcised or uncircumcised?
19,
and where you're from?
And I'm part of the hoodie gang. You know what I'm saying?
Hoodie gang it is. Okay, brother. Whereabouts are you from, my brother?
Australia.
Okay, welcome to the panel, my brother. Can you want to share what your thoughts on this panel?
I believe it's barbaric genital mutilation, and it shouldn't be legal because it's against the kid's will, and they might have problems growing up.
Right. Yep. That's why those are the questions I put up on the About Me when you come up. But those are really, interesting questions, and I know it's going to create an uproar now that I see. Is there anything else you want to add, UI, before I move on?
Oh, just like fuck the Jews and shit.
Oh, brother, you can't say that. I gotta drop you. Okay. All right. F1 in the chats. All the fruits. Okay, let's move on, guys. Mister, welcome to the panel. Mister, can I get your age and if you're circumcised or uncircumcised and where you're from, brother?
I fucking hate Israel. I fucking hate the Jews. I fucking hate Israel.
Here we go. Okay, all right. Well, go get it off somewhere else, man. Not on this panel. We're not talking about the small hats people, okay? All right. Mister, are you there, mister?
Yeah, yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, I will not say my age. I don't know if I'm allowed to.
That's fine. You can.
Congo.
Go ahead, brother.
In Congo. So it's in Africa. I kind of hear everyone viewpoint here saying that it's a religious thing to them. Yes, we are from different area, continents, and different culture and beliefs. But in our culture, especially the people who are called Bantu people in Africa, that's a tradition. We've been practicing that even before the white men came to Africa. So it's not something that was brought to us by religion. It's something that our ancestor, our forefather, has been practicing. And to us, a person who's not circumcised, it's a taboo to us. It's a very taboo thing. Like, you cannot marry among us. Like, we cannot give our daughters to you just because of that. And then it's also helped because it prevents some diseases, to contract some diseases. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you, brother. I heard you. Yeah, I definitely understand, brother. That's why I want to be sensitive with this subject, right, brother? Because I know some people do it for religious reasons. Other people do it as a cultural thing, initiation for a young man, And how, and it's a good point that you said. Before the white tea man arrived in Africa, these practices were being done. You know, we can't just blame one sole person because of these things, and not all people see these things as something being bad. Okay, so we do want to see that. Is there, brother? Is there? And I'm sorry that you got these trolls coming up here being racist, man. You know, we don't promote that. That's not what we're about.
No, my bad.
And Mister, is there anything else you want to share before I move on to the next person, Mister?
No. I actually wanted to ask you where you from.
I'm from California. My mom's from Mexico. And my dad's from Eritrea in East Africa.
Oh, because if I see your page, you kind of post Somali, so I thought maybe from the Horn of Africa.
So I wasn't born there, but my father is. My father is East African. Habesha. Yes, brother. Well, thank you for your thoughts, Mister. Hey, stick around and tune in and listen in, man. I'm getting a lot of different perspectives, and it's cool to hear. Okay, let's move on to Junka. Junka, what's up, Junka? Welcome to the panel. Can I get you to introduce yourself? What's up, bro?
I'm 23 and I'm a hoodie gang, bro.
Okay, we got the hoodie gangs in the chat. Hashtag hoodie gang. Okay, go ahead, Junka.
So I think it's quite a sensitive topic, I'm not gonna lie. So there's a lot of religions. Like started with the Jewish faith of following the promise to Abraham, but a lot of people don't realize that like it's Jewish and Christianity and Muslim, we all share the same Old Testament. So it's like the starting book. So obviously it's different for like different people's views, but like I don't know. I think it's up to you at the end of the day. Just like
right.
Yeah. I don't know. What's your thoughts on it, bro?
No, I think you're right. It's everybody's individual like everybody's choice. You have a choice in this life to do what you want to do, you know. And again, when we're talking about the only tricky part is like, does the kid have a choice? Does the kid have a right to have consent? Do we need the children's right of consent to do it to them, or do the parents have the choice to do it to their children? So it's a tough one, my brother. It's a tough one, you know. But
like evolution. Like there's a lot of features humans needed before, for like example warmth, but like we probably don't need it anymore. But it's another story as well.
Right. Yeah, and as you know, as we move forward and evolve as a human species, we find new and creative ways to do different things. So I think you know, it could always change. It could always it can go back and forth. The trend can always go hoodie or no hoodie, you know. So I think it's just part of that. Sure. I think it's part of the culture. I really do believe that. Thank you, Junka. Do you want any last things before I thank God everybody left, because now we have a nice smaller group and we can have an open panel. So
not much racism, boys.
Yeah, no more racism, guys. Please. I know we got a wave of Australians and a wave of, I don't know, other people that, you know. But anyways, I'm happy it came back down. It was kind of crazy. Is that all, Junka? I'll give you one more before I let the brother up top.
That's all good, bro. Thank you.
Okay. No worries, brother. Stick around. Jay Chenat, welcome to the panel, my brother. Can I get you to introduce yourself with your age? If you're hoodie gang or not hoodie gang. I need to find a gang for the circumcised one. I gotta find a nice word to use without making them feel bad. But and then where you're from, brother. If you can unmute, my brother. Jay up there. Are you there, Jay? Okay, Jay. I know you're muted, but we can have an open dialogue, guys. We can have an open conversation about this. We have one female, my mod on the panel. Her name is Lady J. If you guys ever wanted to ask a woman about this as well, she has 2 boys herself, and she has her own thoughts about this as well. But we can have an open panel, open discussion, guys. For 5 minutes, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right. I'm gonna go retract. I'm gonna go pull my thing back to go use the bathroom. Okay. All right.
I'm back.
Okay, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm from East Africa, Ethiopia.
Mhm.
So I'm kind of interested in what you guys saying. My English might not be good, but I want to sound something in this from a religious view and from medical views because I'm a medical professional.
Hello.
So
Interesting. Yeah, I'm also a medical professional.
okay,
So, are you
so
circumcised or not?
no, I'm circumcised.
Okay, okay.
Hello, I had question.
Because
Wait,
there's
wait,
Hold on.
wait.
okay.
One at a time.
Hold on, brother.
Let him
We'll
finish.
Okay, sorry,
introduce you
sorry, sorry.
guys.
You can go. Go. We can go.
Yeah, you'll be next, brother.
Okay, can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Come on.
Yeah.
Jay, you will be
Uh,
interrupted by newcomers. Just don't be. I got my mod here. She's gonna check them. Okay, but go ahead, brother. You can talk.
okay. There's a belief in my community, and that say being circumcised is related with a covenant relationship with God. So, but I want to say from my medical views because if the reason to be circumcised is during childhood the children don't know what to do with their pee because if the foreskin the glands that found in the tips of pee might fuck backward and strangulate the glands because that will lead to inflame the organ, so that will cause they may lose even the penis. So because of that, circumcision is very important. That's what I want to say, and thank you.
Thank you for that. Okay, the next is who we got. I can't even see his whole name.
I think it's me.
Yeah, Lady J of
Okay, go
mine.
ahead.
All right, Lady J. What's up, Lady J?
Hey.
How you going?
Okay, go
Um.
ahead and go.
Okay. Just had one question for everybody in the live. Like, you could all share your like aspects on it, but I want to know difference between circumcision and no circumcision. So I just want to get like which one is good, which one is not, because I'm
Yeah. So
having.
okay. So if you don't mind, direct your attention to the chart on the screen. It shows you a visual aid of
No.
basically
I
what's
know, I know,
removed.
I know, but I'm asking because I don't have much information on this, and I'm having kids soon, so I just want opinion of the
Yeah.
professors.
So don't circumcise your kids.
And what does that do?
It means what I just said.
No, I know, but like, what does that do? Like, why should I not do it?
Okay, you
Well,
want to say? Go ahead.
go ahead, Jay.
I personally think, it's my own opinion, to get your son circumcised is because of bacteria. Some guys don't know how to clean themselves.
Right,
So I think to be safe is just to get it snipped.
right. And so I just don't want to like, ask the question, but as they get older, does the women, like, let's say their partner, do they care which is circumcised or not circumcised?
Wait, it's too much background. Okay.
Well. So I heard what he was asking. So it does seem certain surveys do seem to indicate that women prefer it to be circumcised, but I think most women are just agnostic on it, anyways. Like, I mean, I think that. But does that answer your question?
What does agnostic mean?
Well, it means that they don't really care either way.
Right. And
Yeah.
okay, but I just don't want my son to get bullied about
Cheese gang on top. Cheese gang on top.
Hey, be
Yep.
be respectful, man, or I'm gonna drop you. Here,
On top.
All right.
All right.
Peace out. Okay, so brother, it's a very serious question, right? You're asking what you should do about, and I don't know what kind of pressures you're going through. I don't know if the wife is telling you should do it, or their parents are telling you to do it, or or even your parents are telling you to do it, right? I mean, did you say you were circumcised or not circumcised?
No, I'm woman.
I'm sorry?
What? You're a woman?
You're a woman.
Did you say I'm a
What?
woman?
I'm woman.
You woman. You woman? Is that what you said?
I'm woman.
What does
You
that
are
even mean?
you are hold on, guys. Can you guys mute up? Are you a woman? Is that what say yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So this is gonna be tricky. Okay, but here, let me not be disrespectful, right? So you're a woman, kind of like a lady, right? Lady has like, you know, she's a woman, you know, she's never gonna feel how it feels, you know. So she's only in it for aesthetic purposes, you know. She just doesn't want to see it dirty. But again, if you're a hold on, lady. But if you're a man, you're gonna feel it for the rest of your life, right? So you have to ask a man. You know, I would. You have to ask a man that had it done to him later in life to ask him, like a brother that was just up here telling us honestly that he had it when he was 11 years old and how he's still feeling some pain. Okay. He has areas where his hair doesn't even grow back. Okay. So these are the things that we are not really informed about until we hear them.
Yep.
So
Exactly.
as a woman, you should ask your husband, you know, about it. Is your husband circumcised? Oh, and she or he is gone, and I know it was a troll. It was probably a troll, guys. But either way, I think that's a really good question. I think this is what we're gonna do it for. We're gonna do it for the couples who are thinking about doing it. That's what we're gonna. This is what we're gonna shout out and give this prompt out to. Okay, because I was trying to wrap my head around why are we gonna do this? How am I going to say, well, what are the reasons why I'm bringing this up? It's not about being hung. It's not about being a small penis or a big penis. It's not about what aesthetically looks pleasing to a woman or a man. It's about what's right, and it's about your health, you know? So we'll keep it like that. But lady, yeah, go ahead.
Also, you got to take this in consideration too. Some doctors do like they know how to do a good circumcision, and some take out too much. So you got to take that into consideration too.
Yeah, well, malpractice in the medical field is a big time thing, you know. So you don't even want to take the chance, lady. It's like you know, you got to pay more money to get it done nicely, or you pay cheap and get a fucked up procedure. You know, that's how you're weighing out the situation.
Actually, sorry, I was just going to say this. Speaking on this issue about botching and malpractice, because there was was it a Kiwi that was up here earlier? I'm from Australia, but Kiwis are our neighbours in New Zealand. It's interesting because I just remembered a case. It was about this psychologist. I think he was a sex psychologist, but his name was Dr. John Money. He was an absolute disgrace, right? And what he did was he inadvertently caused the self-unalivement of one poor man. So this man, as a child, I believe, or something, or as a young kid, because I have a friend who got circumcised at 5 years old, there was this poor victim who essentially had a botched circumcision in this guy's office, in Dr. Money's office. Now, what happened afterwards were, because it was so badly botched and so poorly carried out, and like, you know, I mean, I don't think they had the option for penile reconstruction. What they decided was, well, you know what we're going to do, because this kid is still young and, you know, they were born a male, we're gonna destroy the penis, so we're going to remove it surgically, and then we're going to transition this young boy into a female. So we're going to give them these puberty blockers. We're going to try and socialize them in a way that they want to like men, and they want to, you know, become more effeminate. Wait, real quickly, yeah, it's a true story. We want to make this basically we want to turn this healthy boy into a woman. And what happened was, right, for most of this kid's life, right, he was treated like a female. This kid liked women. Because it was a boy, obviously. This kid didn't feel right in the they just didn't feel right. And then once they find out what actually happened to them, right, after coping with self-unalivement thoughts and depression for many years, they actually committed self-unalivement in their 30s. So look, I know that's like an exception. It shows the evil nature of humans, but the fact was, like, he only took his life because after a botched circumcision, they decided to transition this person, obviously, you know, unsuccessfully, but I don't believe in transition anyways. So the point is, right, like, let boys be boys, let girls be girls. Yes, I'm also against female genital mutilation, which, if there's any African Americans or just even Africans up here from Congo or Ghana or whatever, I know that FGM is very popular in Africa, so I'm against all sorts of genital mutilation. And like I said earlier, I have spoken to a friend of mine who did have to get it from necessity at the age of 35. So he was uncut for 35 years until he had penile cancer or whatever it was, where he had to surgically remove the foreskin. But unless you have a serious medical condition, I just can't recommend circumcision to anyone. Like let alone a parent who is asking about their own kids. I would advise any parent don't do it. That's just my opinion. But back to the topic, yeah.
Can I add something?
Of course, Willie. Go ahead.
So as an islander too, adding on to that, don't fall for the pressure, because for me it was like my mum basically was like, your ancestors were islanders, they sailed across the seas, and now you're scared of a little snip. And like I would get bullied so much for it. So like don't fall for the pressure, especially if you don't feel it's right. And I can back up this other dude with the story about Dr. Money. It was on the news a lot.
Yeah, and also like, so wait, were you the? Are you from New Zealand, Willie?
I'm from Vanuatu, Melanesian, Polynesian.
Yeah, Melanesia, yeah. But yeah, exactly. So people know, like, the story of Money. I mean, how couldn't you know the story of Dr. Money? He was a absolute disgrace of a professional, of a physician or anything. So, yeah, and like, I don't really remember his whole life story, but I think he basically admitted on his unalivement bed. He pretty much said like, yeah, like pretty much I screwed that kid's life up, and like I was responsible for him being depressed and all that stuff. Look, at the end of the day, right? I mean, like, it's absolute sick what happened to him, and so people in the comments are saying that it's not that big of a deal. It's a massive deal. Like it's a massive deal for like you to be like a young boy and then to have your entire life changed, and then now they treat you like a girl and they say, oh well, you're like you have no more dick, now you're a female. Like this guy still liked girls. He still liked to do all the things that little boys do. He just wasn't treated like a boy because he lost his manhood, and it's very tragic and despicable. But yeah, that's all I'll say. I'll mute up again.
Yeah, and again, let's remember, Lady brought this up about how you got to find the right surgeon, right? And that you got to, and that's true, Lady. We do. I mean, if you want to get it done, right? If that was your last thing, a lot of people are up here saying not to get it done, and that's totally fine too. There's people that are going to say get it done, but if we were to prevent like all these things, the debauchery, malpractice, which we know happens in the medical industry all the time, guys, it's a normal thing. So let's it can happen when they're getting circumcised too. Let's not take that out of regard. But if you had to get it done, right? The lady is saying find a good person, find a reputable surgeon that does this type of work, that has successful rates of doing it well, I guess you could say, right? And also that and that to do it to the child. I feel bad even saying this, but do it to the child when it's very, very young, like as an infant, so it doesn't feel. You see, I already feel bad even saying this, but so it doesn't have to do it when it gets older, because when it gets older, it only intensifies. And the thing about it is, back in the day, they used to not use anesthesia with these children. So just imagine the trauma, a child receives as soon as it's born. I mean, that's the last thing a child wants. But now we have anesthesia, right? So they're not going to feel it. And they're not going to know what it was to have it before. So moving on with their life, they're going to think it's just normal. So in that case, I guess it's okay to do it. That's the best way you could do it if you were thinking of doing it, because any other way, without looking up a surgeon, without finding a reputable person, and without doing it when it's a baby still in an anesthesia kind of way, I think that's the only way you can and I sound, because I'm not for it, guys. Remember, I'm not for getting a circumcision, but in ladies' case, I can understand, and if people still do it, we want to give them good advice, before moving forward with it, because they're going to pick one or the other. Okay. Yeah.
Fair enough. It's obviously not illegal. It's obviously not illegal, and I want to just reiterate before I let someone else speak that I'm obviously against it. I'm very against it. I'm actually very glad that I'm very glad that I am uncircumcised. And so, but like, yeah, if someone is going to do it, I guess it's better they go to a reputable surgeon. And also, I would say, just to tie back to my friend's example, if you're in his example, to anyone in the chat or whatever, and like you have a serious health condition that requires you to get a circumcision as an adult, then I would also agree with Lady J on that one, or what's your name, J, Lady J. I would agree with her and say that, like on this one issue, and say that just seek out someone who's like really has a good reputation for it. Like you don't want it to get botched, obviously. But yeah, that's pretty much as far as I'm willing to concede. Like other than that, I'm still against it. Very against it.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Darth. I'm with you, and I feel like you said you were a medical professional, or did you say that, Darth?
Yes, that's correct.
Awesome. Yeah. If I have these discussions again, I would love to have you up here to talk about this. What was I going to say? I had a question regarding that surgeon, Mr. Money. Just imagine a Dr. Money. Just imagine just saying that name. Like that does not sound like a good surgeon to go to. But because you obviously know that he's only thinking about money. But on top of that, so Darth and who was it? Darth and Willie, you guys were talking about this because you guys know this. But how was it so that the doctor, that after he botched that surgery, how is it so that he convinced the parents to do this, or did he do it without them knowing, or like how the fuck, how did that end up happening?
Yeah, so from well, I'll let Willie go after me. So from my recollection, basically, again, and when I say botched, I haven't seen photos, but I would assume it was like I would assume the penis was damaged probably beyond not only repair, but I would say also damaged to the point where like this poor child, like when like when they were to mature, they probably would not have they probably wouldn't be able to have a reliable sexual function with it. So basically, what happened was, I would say, is that he used his position of power, his superiority. So he did, if I remember correctly, he did tell the parents, and like, you know how doctors go, these are your options. What they really mean is kind of like, this is what you should do. So what he did was, using his position and like just pretty much using psychology and manipulation on them, he pretty much said, look, look, your kid. Like, your kid's not going to be able to be a man properly. So, like, how about we turn him into a woman and, like, pretty much traumatize him? And that is exactly what happened. Like because this boy, right? This boy did not grow up, obviously, to be like some normal girl or like lady or functioning woman. No, he grew up to be extremely frustrated, confused, and depressed. And then when he found out, right, what actually happened to him, and like, oh, okay, like I'm not like the other girls, and like I actually am like one of the guys, and like I like women, and like unfortunately I don't have a dick, I can't get an erection. Like, this guy was like, okay, this is irreparable harm. I can never grow my penis back. I can never have it reattached. And look, he actually makes me very sad to even say this, but yeah. So eventually he just said, I'm going to take my own life, because like, what's the point of living? I've been lied to my whole life, and like, people were saying to me like, oh, you're a really pretty girl. And this has actually been documented. So like, he never felt feminine whenever people were trying to like affirm this bullshit notion. Sorry, I'm getting very passionate, but it is a passionate topic. Like when people were saying to him, oh, like, oh, do you like your Barbie dolls, whatever? This guy was like, no, like I want to play, like I want to play like, the sports with the boys and everything else, and like I'm into women. And the problem was, he was into women, but sort of like so unlike most guys, he didn't have, I guess you could say, that sort of confirmation, but like guys get boners and stuff. He couldn't get anything because he was mutilated. So like, eventually when he learned of the truth, and he learned that his parents willingly went along with his psychologist, basically he ended his life. And it's a very tragic story, happened in New Zealand, but it's documented. It's very documented, and it's disgusting. It's totally malpractice and disgusting.
Yeah, that's sad. That's really sad. But that's why a lot of people mothers, I would say, need to do their due diligence and find a good doctor. When I had both my sons get theirs done, they did it right in the room where I can see everything. So
Yeah, that's
I don't
important.
know.
Yeah, just in case you started seeing him snip, not just the skin, but snip fucking his penis,
Right.
you could at
Right.
least stop him. You can at least dive in there and be like, "Hey, yo, doc, yo, slow the fuck down. Those are my kids' futures right there." Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I think that's important, especially also like pregnancies, deliveries. It's very important that the husband should be there or the partner should be there, to check because there's a lot of malpractices in the medical field. Like if we don't know this already, we don't trust the hospitals, especially black people. Us black people, we do not trust the hospital, and people of color. It's not the best. My sister's a doula. She's a midwife, so I've learned some stuff. Okay, and I've researched too a little bit. But let's go ahead and thank you guys for being here. You guys seen that crazy wave of people that came in here? I think that's the most people I've ever had on a goddamn panel. But let's go ahead and move on to Vogue, and then we'll introduce Trouble. Salam alaikum, Trouble, and then we'll have an open panel. Vague.
Hi everyone.
Hi Vague.
My name's Vague Persona.
Hi Vague. Can you thank you for that. Can you tell us your age if you're comfortable enough, and can you tell us?
Yeah, of course.
I know we can't ask you if you've been circumcised or not, but if you have children or if you have brothers that are or not, you can say that instead. And then where are you from? Welcome to the panel.
So I'm 27. I'm currently living in Australia. I'm Australian, but I'm ethnically South Sudanese, so East African. And so I do have brothers. I don't have kids. And they've all been circumcised as babies. And it's been very normalized in my culture for young males to be circumcised for health benefits. So that's all I knew growing up. I didn't understand what the purpose was up until recently. And so I'm all for circumcision, but obviously it's each their own. But when you're doing it as a child based off your parents' decision, you don't have much of a choice. And it's obviously more beneficial when it's being done at an early age rather than at a later age. My brother got circumcised when he was 7, and it wasn't a great experience for him. Whereas my other 2 brothers got circumcised when they were pretty young, almost newborns. So I just feel like living in a Western country, circumcision, there's less percentages of botches happening, as was mentioned previously by, I believe, Darth. I just don't have concerns of botches because it's always the parents' duty to do their research in terms of circumcision. So I would have my kids circumcised if I have young boys, if I have kids one day, but I'm just very curious in the fact that why people are against it. And if it's just based off the topic of being botched, I'd love to know more about why we're leaning towards that. Because I know that being circumcised has health benefits as well in the future.
Yep. And I was just going to say this because so you're a fellow Australian, which is good, and the host is from California in America. It's actually interesting because I looked at stats a very long time ago, but I'll pull them out off the top of my head. Basically, it's very interesting because in America, if memory serves me correctly, the most common, I guess you could say, the male demographic in America with the highest rate of circumcisions is white men, and the least common is I believe Hispanic men in America. That they're the least likely to become circumcised. Now, what's really interesting, right? So in America, I think it's something like almost 80% of white men are circumcised. But in Australia, it's much lower. Like in Australia, it's something like 27% or something. So it's really interesting because I think America and Australia are very similar in many ways. But it's not funny, but it's interesting how like in America, it's a very common thing for like your average white man to get circumcised, but it seems way less common in Australia. I've noticed that. Well, sorry, through research, through studies, or whatever. Stats.
That's a good fact to know.
Yeah, and we go ahead, Willie. You wanted to add something?
Isn't it to do with the fact that Americans tend to be much more religious than Australians? Because I know that a lot of Protestants fled from Europe because they were getting persecuted over to America, whereas Australia was more of a convict colony.
I agree with Willie. That's sort of correct, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you got to also remember that like this country was founded by Protestants, as was America. Like British ones no less. I would actually say that if you look at the religious breakdown in both countries, in Australia and America, America might be a bit more religious, but it's actually almost identical, like in pretty much all numbers. So So, in all honesty, because I know religion is definitely a driving factor for circumcision for most people, anyways, when they circumcise their children. But not to say that obviously, atheists can still circumcise their kids just out of they believe it's a good thing. But I honestly can't pinpoint why it's more common in America. I honestly can't pinpoint for white men why it's way more common there, but it's less common here. I can't really deduce any sort of reason.
Okay, I do want to introduce Trouble, but I do want to give you my thoughts too, Vague. And thank you for bringing this stuff up, because we did come to a conclusion that, and like Lady said too, if you were to do it, right? Because I am against it, right? I'm uncircumcised, but if you were to do it, to find the right surgeon, pay that top money to get that right surgeon. So these things don't happen, like a botch. And also, as well, if you're gonna do it when they're infant, do it as newborns or when they're young, so they don't feel what your older siblings felt when it was done to them later at a later age. I have come to that conclusion based off people talking about this and seeing a few documentaries, actually. But the thing I would say about why. Maybe I've seen how it is an industry, a big profit industry to do this. You ask, where do these foreskins go, right? Why are these hospitals in such a need? Because I've heard even doctors and the hospitals encouraging families that don't know anything about it, and they say, hey, do you want a circumcision? And they kind of lean them into doing it. And there has to be a reason, kind of like a woman's placenta, that is used after their delivery, and they use it to sell off for all the stuff that it has. Oh, you come to find out that a lot of these, it's the most melanated part of your body, but first and foremost, okay, the foreskin is darker.
Some of them.
Well, on mine, let me just use mine, okay?
No, the placenta. I'm talking about the placenta.
Oh, I'm talking about the foreskin, lady.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the foreskin.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm jumping around. But yeah, I was using the placenta because it's something that we don't know how the medical people use it for. Unbeknownst to us, they're using these things and profiting off of these things, and we don't even understand that some women want it. My sister's a doula, right, or a midwife. And she tells the women to fight for their placentas because they could use it for a number of different other reasons, right? So I think they use the foreskin stuff for, again, it's the most melanated part of your body. So think about melanin and think about the black market for melanin too. But
yeah, of course.
Outside of that, it's used for certain creams, anti-aging creams. Yeah, a bunch of.
That's crazy.
No, because
it's
here's what
only
I
a
would say.
piece of meat. It's only I see
Oh,
how it
God.
looks.
Girl,
No,
it's top shelf meat, okay?
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
But in all
All
seriousness,
right, it's worth something. It's worth something.
it's probably they're probably harvesting stem cells from it because it does have stem cells and whatnot. Because
Right. And that's okay. And that was another reason what we were talking about. These things have the most nerve endings. Okay, that skin has the most nerve endings, more than the how the feeling of your fingertips and your toes. It has more nerve endings than those things combined.
It does,
So just
yeah.
imagine.
Yep.
So are you saying men who are circumcised don't feel pleasure?
Well, they say they're less sensitive, but they wouldn't know because if you were done when you were a little kid, you wouldn't know the difference, But
Exactly, that's true.
They feel less. Yeah, they're definitely desensitized.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So here, I do want to let Trouble into this conversation. My sister Trouble, welcome back to the panel. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Same questions as Vague. I know you don't have a membrane there, but if you have children or if you have brothers that have gone through, go ahead.
So I believe in circumcision just because I think statistically, children are less likely to develop infections. But I just wanted to add context to this story because that story happened in Canada, I believe, and it was like a 1 in a million situation because I think it was his name was David or Bruce or something. He was 7 months and he had a condition where his skin, they couldn't pull the skin back, and they decided to do electrocauterization, which is unconventional, and it burned him. And the sad part about it is his twin had the same thing. They decided not to do anything with the twin, and the condition kind of went away on its own. But yeah, they burned that baby, and then they decided to turn
Why does
him into
circumcision
a
matter? Just
girl.
let people do what they want to do.
Yeah, so you know,
Hold on.
I don't know
Hold on,
why
George.
they would do such a.
Please mute up. Go ahead. Go ahead, Troll. We're going to introduce you, okay, George? Just hang in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand like the thought process of doing something unconventional to a child. 7 months old. It doesn't make sense. But yeah, that I just wanted to add context. I think the parents were like worried about the way their baby was going to. Both of their babies were going to the bathroom, because of their condition, and which is a disaster.
Right. Trouble, I don't know if it's the same story. Darth, is it the same story? You said yours is in New Zealand. Maybe you guys are talking about two separate occasions.
I mean, so memory. That was over a year ago that I came across that story, so she could be very well correct. But it depends.
Yeah, the doctor's name was Money. It was a Canada.
Yeah, Dr. John Money. Okay, well then, yeah.
Why would you want to go to
Doctor
somebody
called
named
Money.
Money anyway?
No.
That's
So
what
the
I was saying.
the surgeon's name wasn't Money. It was the psychologist that they went to. That was kind of like heading their after the disaster happened. They went to like what was it?
Oh, right.
At the hospital in like Baltimore, and the psychologist there was named
Dr. John Money.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. And he's the one that recommended that they should
Yeah, I think it was Johns Hopkins.
Oh, so he recommended.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
and I think he was influenced by his career path. He was headed into I think Darth, you said it was like sex
Yeah.
psychology or something. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Even those, like doctors recommend you to go see someone else, you still want to do your due diligence. You just don't want to take their word for it.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah, facts.
Exactly.
Interesting. That's very interesting there. That
I'm sorry,
story.
because when it comes to my kids, I like, even myself, I do my due diligence because you don't want everybody to do something on you, like not every doctor is the same. Some is just there for money. Some actually care
Yeah.
about patients. So, I'm just saying.
So many people in the comments are so thrown back with this image. I mean, I think this is the most. I mean, it's not that
very immature.
Like,
then
how old are we? Like,
I know,
bro,
for real. You guys
why
are
are we being so mature about these photos? Like,
I know.
like it's something we haven't seen.
It's like scientifically labeled too. It's crazy.
So wait. So Trouble. What was the the condition or something that obviously they had to use that unconventional method for? Was it like a tight foreskin? What was it again?
I think so basically the parents became worried about the twins because the way they were going in the bathroom, the skin, like they had a condition where the skin couldn't be moved back.
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, so that led to them being recommended circumcision for the boys, and they did the firstborn, and the saddest part about the whole entire thing is that the secondborn eventually grew out of the issue, like the condition.
Yeah.
So the same thing probably would have happened
Exactly
to
right.
Bruce. Yeah.
Okay, but would it be safe to say that's a very small percentage of those incidences happening?
Yeah, because even the procedure they decided to do was electrocauterization, which shouldn't have happened. It's
okay.
Yeah, they just burned him. They destroyed him.
Jesus.
Yeah,
that to me doesn't sound real. Like, what?
Go ahead, Meg. Finish your thought. I'm sorry.
It's just like they burned the baby. Like they
burned him.
Okay.
It was just it's a different way that they did the practice, right? And that trial and error just didn't work that way, correct, Trouble?
Yeah, the procedure that type of procedure is just it says online it's unconventional. And you have to think about it. This is a baby. This is like a 7-month-old. It just. Why would you want that why would you do that unconventional procedure on a small baby?
The only way
I
to
mean,
get
is that grounds for a lawsuit or?
I'm pretty sure. We'd have to look this one up. But just like anything that happens in the medical field, like there's new technology, new ways of doing surgery, right? So like the lasered eye thing, right? That lasered eye thing worked for some people. For other people, it fucked up their eyes, you know, because they fucking fucked up. They mishap. The laser pointed in a different direction. You know, there can be a number of reasons, number of factors of why something could go wrong. You know, a malpractice.
And
can
those
happen.
risks are always disclosed before you have surgery. There'll always be risks.
Right,
It's not
right. So
always going to be
parents,
perfect. Yeah.
parents have the choice to ask what are the risks, what were the which way is the best way for them, you know. And some make bad decisions, others, you know, make great decisions. So here, I'm going to move forward. I have a question here. I want everybody to answer on the prompt. We'll go one by one. We'll start with Lady, and then we'll work our way up with Darth and Vague and Trouble, and then we'll have an open panel discussion about it where we can pick each other's brains about it. So the first one is, if we can't cut little girls for tradition, why can we cut little boys? And this is going through the whole genital mutilation. Why do we not see this as taking something away from a child? And I heard everybody's reasons for, you know, medical, aesthetics, diseases. So if we want to talk about that again, we can. But if we want to think outside the box, we can think about it like that too. Okay. So here we go. Lady, go ahead.
Are you talking about little girls like they're, you know, that? Well, I'm confused.
I mean,
What are you talking
female mutil.
Oh, okay. Okay. First of all, there's a big difference that I see. You wouldn't need to do that to a girl. Now, when it comes to a boy, yes, it's to protect them in the long run. Like I said, some don't know how to clean themselves. You can get a bad infection that can lead to something else. So, to save the stress and the headache, just get it done when the baby is. I'm talking about with the baby just freshly coming out the womb. Get it done. So then they won't have to feel anything. Opposed to when they get older, they're gonna feel something. Some people say they haven't, but people I know say it hurts because they're
Yeah.
older. They can feel it.
Okay.
Now, so that's my thing. But when it comes to a female, a girl, it's totally different. It's totally different. It's to me, it's not about a religion thing with me. Okay, it's more so of protection. You know, some don't know how to clean it. Now, some people say when they get the circumcision, they feel pain or something. Well, you gotta remember, some people don't follow doctor's orders. They don't clean it how they're supposed to clean it.
Okay.
You gotta
Fair
take
enough.
that in hand.
Yeah.
And
Fair
that's
enough.
it.
Yep, fair enough. So I believe I'll just rebut with this. I believe, and I'm talking about white men in America, which is where you and the host are from, I assume. I would say that there are probably so I would say that there's definitely way less than 80% of white men who do not know how to properly clean themselves downstairs. But then, yet the circumcision rate for white men in America is close to 80%, if not more. So like, I mean, the question is like, so like, why are we sorry, but I just don't really buy the whole cleaning excuse, because like I think most men know how to clean themselves. Like I don't think most white men need to get circumcised. Like it's very, very high percentage of white men that get circumcised. So like, can you justify them getting circumcised? You know, besides the cleaning example.
Well, I never knew it was that high in percentage.
Very high. It's very, very high.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, I'm actually gonna pull it up. Just you guys keep talking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and let's try to so we don't fall short into back and forth. Let's just when you give your chance to speak, you say your whole spiel. If you have a question, let's leave it open for the open-ended questions. But okay, go ahead. Darth's gonna go pull up that stat, and let me just add on to that, lady, because we just talked about this, right? The clean people and the dirty people. We don't say we got to wash our ass every day, right? And we don't say, oh, you know, them butt cheeks are so, you know, hard to get in that, you know, the butt cheeks are getting in the way of cleaning my asshole, you know? And so let's get rid of the butt cheeks. Let's just get a surgery where we get rid of the butt cheeks So it's a lot easier to clean the butthole, you know? And so that's what I think when I hear about that that it's going to be hard to clean the inside of your foreskin. Like that's what
Great
I'm
point.
hearing.
Great point.
And
Great point. Yeah.
and then on the with the STDs and the diseases, again, you're more exposed without the hood. So the person with the STD, with a hood or without the hood, they're still gonna transmit that, you know.
Right. That doesn't
regardless of the
say
fact, yeah.
So if you'd like, you can put me on the big screen, only momentarily, just
How do I
temporarily.
view that, you guys? Do I click on Dart's profile?
No, yeah. So just expand me for a moment, host, and then you can shrink me later.
okay. I just want to say this last little thing.
I got you.
With
there we
being
go.
circumcised and not, I mean, you know, bacteria comes from sweat.
So it's actually way more than I thought.
Oh my god, that's massive.
Oh, that's high. 90 to
Oh, wow.
92%.
Hello.
Yep.
Hi, Elijah.
Wait, what is it? Hey, can you repeat the stat? Can you repeat the stat and what it's about? The Darth.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. So the circumcision rate
Hold on,
for
Elijah.
white males
Elijah,
in the
mute
United
up.
States
Hold on.
is
Elijah,
approximately
mute up.
90 to 92% for adults. Okay, and that was from data that was collated over 5 years, from 2005 to 2010. And so he says that I believe that male circumcision has been declining in newborns, and I was actually right for Australia. So for newborn circumcision for white men, it's around 20%. But it says 66% of white men are circumcised. So that would mean that like sort of when they're more grown up, like my friend who got out 5, although he's not white, but my point still stands. So like I've said this before, there are medical reasons for grown adults to get it. Like you might have penile cancer or whatever it is, and like you might have to get rid of the skin because because like, you know, sadly, like, you know, like your foreskin is very sensitive like to sunlight and many things. But yeah, there's not really like any important medical precedent for children to get it, and like it's very low for white kids in Australia. It's only 20%, but for like the circumcision rate for men in America, white men in America, is 92%. That's massive. Like that's a lot of white men getting circumcised.
Hey, wait. So Darth, how does this
yeah.
help our argument that they shouldn't get circumcised?
Well. So like, I mean, look. Lady J was saying earlier that like, you know, men can't clean it, and I would say, well, so maybe if like 90 to 92% of men can't clean it in America, and like that would make them get health issues, I would say, yeah, circumcise it. The fact of the matter is, host, like what you were saying, most people know how to clean their bodies, and that's what I was saying earlier too. So like, I mean, look, like I would say maybe 5%, maybe 10% of people can't clean their bodies.
Right.
So like the point is like, do we need almost 100% of white men to be circumcised? I don't think so.
And then another question. Oh, go ahead and finish.
Hey, go ahead.
The concern is childhood.
Well, that's what I was about. Oh, look at the pun on childhood. Okay, here. Let me go with this though. Is it because of the parents? Are they scared to go over there and show their kids how to clean their penis? Are the parents lazy to not
That's
go
probably
ahead
a big factor.
to go ahead and teach their children how to clean it? They rather go, well, you know, I don't even want to deal with that, or I don't want to deal with my kid's private parts, so I'm just going to go ahead and go through the surgery. You know, we got to think of all the factors.
It's also
We got to think of all the factors.
Attention spans, you know.
Yeah, that's
I look at it in a different view.
I
look at it in a different view.
It's not for everyone, lady. I know why you did it. Okay, and
I'm saying like, like instead of sitting here saying like, okay, oh, you don't want to clean it or this and this and that, it's more so of what if then you get older and then they be like, oh, we got to snip it. And I think that will affect the feeling, the nerves or something. Opposed to being a baby.
Well, you know that now based off the new information we knew today, right? Now we know better. But like, again, we're going back to the cleaning, because the cleaning thing is the most. If we can prevent the snip, let's prevent it, and let's just show them how to clean it so it doesn't get
Exactly.
so you don't get the cottage cheese and you don't get the turtleneck and you don't get the elephant trunk. Because again, lady, you were all about aesthetics. You were like, ew, that I just don't think it looks right, and like so.
Okay, I agree.
No, that's just me saying how.
There is that, and then there's other reasons.
No,
No,
I'm
but a
just saying
circumcised
the
dick looks
experience.
better.
Hold on, Veg. Lady, go ahead and land, and I'll go to Veg.
I'm just saying it's just off of experience what I seen. Now, I'm just saying it looks weird. Now you're saying it protects.
Yeah, there's a health benefit.
It protects the inner, right? Like
Yep.
the actual head itself, right?
It
And
doesn't
I'm
Right.
saying
protect.
Hold on, day one.
no.
Shut up.
Is that what I'm hearing? The
So
extra meat is the protection, right?
yeah, Darth said it keeps it not it keeps it lubricated. It keeps the organ
Yeah.
you could say like I don't know the word, like oiled up.
Okay,
You know how yeah, we talked about the piston example, right?
Yeah.
How would a piston
but
move without lubrication?
Exactly.
I see it totally different because you say it keeps it lubricate.
And
Like
that's fine. You're a female, you know. The way you look
Nice
at a
squeezing.
penis, it's about aesthetics. For us, it's about our feelings, you know. So it's a total different kind of
It's
thing.
but
totally different for men and
so
women.
are
Yeah.
we speaking on
But on
grown
the other
men's
side
or
of
we're
that,
speaking on when you're a
We're
baby?
speaking on all the stages, the whole spectrum. That's what we're talking about.
Because they don't have feelings like that's what they say get it at like
No.
baby.
Hold on, lady. Hold on, lady. Kids have feelings, okay? The only reason
I
they're not
understand
the
that.
only reason they're not feeling it is because of the anesthesia. Because back in the day, they did it without it. So to think about a child going through that trauma, you know,
Yep.
Anesthesia, what?
Bro,
yeah, and
that's
it's
you talking back in the day
day
though.
one.
Like
Can
we
you be quiet, day one? I'll get to you, brother. Again, baby, we can't say what a baby feels and what a baby don't feel. The baby
Correct.
can't talk. God damn it. All right, it's
Well,
crying
can I
inside.
tell you my experience with my son? Because I
You
seen him,
if
and they
there's
didn't give him
nerves
no
there, then
anesthesia.
we know they can
They
feel it.
didn't give him none of that. And I
I
they
feel
seen it
didn't
when
like
give
I
I'm
him none
off
of that.
course now. Like, are
They
we
never
still
gave him.
responding to the question?
when I
Oh my
pushed
god.
him out, they put him to the side, and I said I want to get him circumcised. And then what they did was they put a little bit of the meat and snipped it. Boom, he didn't even cry. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's levels
Lady,
to
they
it.
don't. You know why they don't cry, lady? Because of the trauma. It's so painful. They don't even get a
Yeah.
reaction. They're
But come on,
literally
if
numb.
somebody wants to
They're
cut me right
literally
now,
numb. A
cut
baby should
me.
cry. A baby should cry coming out of you. That's a natural response of even giving birth.
Correct.
So think about the
Correct.
baby crying out of your vagina and then silent.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So you're
anyways,
Trauma.
telling me if somebody wants to cut you with some scissors, right? You're not gonna. You're just gonna sit there and just look at them like
look, the
I'm
only
shocked.
thing I can rationalize, lady, is that maybe the skin is a little bit easier to cut on a newborn than it is a little bit later because the skin thickens up, you
It's
know,
very
and
thin.
so
It's very
That's all I'm
thin. Yeah.
saying. That's it.
so
That's all I'm saying.
maybe I'll give you that. Maybe I'll give you that part, and maybe that's why it's the best thing to do as soon as it comes out, you know, because you're still dealing with this really soft skin. So that's the
Right.
only way I can see it. Okay, so I'm not, and I don't want to traumatize you about it because that's the biggest fear I have. I don't want to share something that a mom would be like she regrets for the rest of her life, you know. And I don't mean to come off like that, okay, lady. I know this is a sensitive topic because we're gonna get here, but again, we're talking about baby's feelings, and again, when we're thinking about a baby, we can't really tell, you know, and just based off
Correct.
emotions
Correct.
about crying and about this, the things that we know now as emotions, I don't think we could really assess what's really going on. But that's just my point.
Because babies can't speak. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. But
But
okay,
if you was to whip a child, they're gonna have emotion. They're gonna feel that. They're gonna react to it.
you don't whip a newborn. Nobody whips
So
a newborn.
they
No,
do a
I'm
nerve
just saying.
block.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying,
Have
lady.
you
I'm
seen
just saying.
have
We're
you
talking
seen a
about
doctor
newborns.
tap the baby's butt?
Yeah,
Have you
so
seen
when
a
they
doctor
do
tap the baby's butt?
no, lady, when babies do feel it, and when they do the procedure, they do something called a nerve block.
Oh, okay, that makes sense now,
I land
Trilla.
my plane.
All right,
Yeah.
lady.
So Q.
I know. Okay, let's go ahead and introduce day one because he's so itching to say something. I'm sure. Okay, I already know what hood you come from. Yo, day one. Can I get your age? Can I get your age and if you're circumcised or uncircumcised and where you from? Introduce yourself, day one.
I'm 27. Why do I gotta claim what I?
No, stand on it. 10 toes down, nigga. Stand
I
on it,
guess
nigga.
I'm circumcised, man. What you mean?
No, duh. We already knew that. Go ahead, brother.
So I'm guessing
give us your
you
thoughts.
not. Okay, slug dick. Anyways,
Wait, are you or are you not?
Yeah,
I'm
he's not.
playing.
Are
I
you or are you
am.
not?
I am.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
circumcised. But it's because you sent me this in the shit earlier a couple days ago. I don't understand it. Like, where was we at? Like, how turned up is we right now? Because I go in.
Yeah.
Go
So,
in.
so
Go
first of
in.
all,
Look,
day one.
go
So
in,
what you
bro.
said earlier was
We're here for educational purposes. We're not
Yeah,
here
go
to
in, mate.
look. Listen,
Okay.
I know.
so what he said.
Hold on TikTok. I know we're just here talking shit, and it's not. We can go there, but I don't want to go there. Day one. I don't want to. I don't
Okay.
want
I
to.
won't.
I don't want to
I'll keep
invalidate
it
you.
cordial.
I don't want to invalidate you if you have a hood or not. Right. So we're just here for educational purposes, health
Okay.
purposes,
Okay.
and we're here to help.
All right. So day one. So let's go back to your statement
Go
earlier
ahead, dog.
where you were saying that it's not lubricant, it's sweat. Talk about
Yeah.
that.
Because how is it lubricated? If you know your balls sweat and you know you got, I mean, if you're a man, you know your balls sweat and everything. We don't call that lubricant. So why would skin over your head be anything different? We don't create lubricant. We don't get wet. We sweat.
Well, you
No, we
wouldn't
actually
know.
fucking
You
do.
wouldn't know, my
Thank
brother,
you.
because you don't have a hoodie. But it's okay.
Nah,
It's okay.
no,
The
I'm being
ball
so for real.
sweat. The ball
Don't
sweat
say I
is
wouldn't
different than
know. Educate
lubrication.
me.
No,
Day
so it
one.
actually
Educate me.
reduces
Come
because it
on.
reduces friction.
Yeah. So again, day
How?
one. Day
Because you
one.
gotta pull it back because of the sweat.
No. So it's not
It's not
sweat.
sweat, dude. You don't know what you're talking
It's
about.
natural
So
lubricant.
give me a source. So give me a source where it says that it's natural lubricant where
I
there's a
got
hood
you.
over the
No,
top.
no, no,
Got
no, no.
you.
So you made the claim that it's sweat. You have to prove it's sweat.
Yeah.
Show us a source that.
Exactly.
There's
Exactly.
nothing. There's
You
nothing
have
else
to
it could
prove.
be.
You have to prove it's ball sweat on inside of
Nah,
our
because
inside
you
of our
He's
guys are
hood.
got a
so
penis,
adamant.
so he'd
I'm
know.
just saying. I have a piece
He's
just like
circumcised.
y'all.
He's circumcised
I have
already.
a piece. Can I
So I
finish?
think if you're
I
circumcised, you
you know what?
can't generate the same kind of lubricant that
No, you can't.
uncircumcised people have.
Okay,
Exactly.
okay. So if I'm arguing with two non-circumcised people, how do y'all generate your wetness
Yeah,
since you
yeah.
get
So,
so
so, so
wet?
again, so what you're doing now.
We get
So
excited,
what
we
you're
get
doing now.
aroused.
So what you're. No, so what
You
you're
guys
doing now
get
is burden
wet.
shifting.
So
You're
no,
burden shifting.
I'm
So the
so
burden
I'm
is on
burden
you.
shifting
We
instead of
get
just
wet,
giving me a
yeah.
source.
Hold
Just
on,
So
hold on,
give me
Day
a
One.
how are you going to
source.
prove
Okay, let's go back
that
and
it's
forth,
not
but let's not
lubricant?
overtalk each
No,
other.
because he's not
Prove
arguing.
that
He's
it's
not
sweat.
Hold
arguing.
on,
He's
Day
not
One.
arguing
Hold
with
on,
me.
hold on.
I literally
Hold
just
on, Day
told
One.
y'all
I
how
know how
to.
you get. Day One, hold on. Just relax,
Bro,
relax.
please let me
Bring it
finish my
down. Bring it
sentence.
down a notch.
I'm not.
Who
Bring
is
it
this
down a
guy? Who
notch.
is Day
All right,
One?
I'm down
Bring
to a
it.
4.
I
I
know
got
him
you.
from other panels, okay, and he gets a little
I'm down to a
crazy.
4. I don't get
You know, and
crazy.
this
I
is a
get
sensitive
out.
touch. Look, insecure men are
Exactly
gonna
right.
get a little ragey, okay? So relax, Day One. Listen,
I'm
Day
not even
One.
raging. I'm trying to answer his Darth
He's
So
right.
no,
It's
Sidious
called
question.
brother,
smegma.
well, I don't want you to go back and
Smegma.
forth like you're
That's all
doing
I
right now.
wanted to know.
Oh my god, I have to mute you. I'm gonna have to fucking mute you, Day One, because you want to keep over talking me, bro. Listen, we're gonna have a cordial conversation, right? We're not gonna keep. You're gonna ask a question. You're not gonna keep interrupting people, and you're not gonna unmute yourself when I mute you. Listen, bro. How are two uncircumcised men gonna tell you what they feel and that you don't? That's exactly what you're asking us. So we're
No,
telling
I'm trying
you.
to ask a genuine question, Vibes. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, get turned up. Y'all trying to say how is it sweat? I'm literally asking y'all how is it not? Because I genuinely don't know. And then Trouble said, what was it? Trouble, you said?
You're right. It's called smegma, and it's oil.
Spegma, oil,
That's literally
sweat
secreted
excretion, your
from pores.
sweat,
It's sweat. Smegma.
sweat. So
Okay,
how is it? So
So your
y'all just trying to say
lubricant.
you get wet, but y'all just sweat like the rest of us do.
Yeah,
Y'all
so
just
big.
sweat a little bit extra more because you have a hoodie on.
So, natural lubricant. Hang on. The foreskin acts as a protective cover that glides over the glands during intercourse. Is also responsible for producing lubricant substances known as such as smegma, which helps reduce the need
What
for
she just said.
additional artificial lubrication.
But
So that's
that
sweat.
word is
Oils.
not sweat. It's not the same ball sweat that you're describing, Day One.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
play
Your
not
dumb.
sweat.
your sweat
It's not the
produces
same.
smegma
It's not
all
the
over
same.
your body.
No, you
That's
don't.
that's
No,
the
you don't
oil
have
that comes
smegma
out
all
your
over your
body.
body. What are you fucking
That's the
talking
oil
about?
that comes
Why
out your
would they
body.
why wouldn't they just
No,
call
it
it normal
doesn't.
sweat? Come on now, think a little harder.
Yeah, I'm
Because
all good now.
maybe because maybe you heat up more in the what they call it in that
Okay, no.
area. You heat up more. You know,
My
you get
man's
more
just pulled.
sweat
My man's
accumulating in
just
that
pulled
area.
up a source, and it says natural
Your man
lubrication
just
on
pulled
there.
up a Google AI
Oh
source.
my god. Okay,
Okay,
day
Vibes,
one.
can I ask you a question?
You
Can I
go
can I
find
Vibes?
you
say
you go
something?
find you go find you go find
No, I
go
got you.
find
I'm not
Prove
trying
me
to be
wrong,
rude,
Day
bro.
One.
I'm
Prove me
go
just
find
wrong.
saying,
some.
like,
Go ahead. Go
I
ahead,
came up
Big.
here.
I've showed you a source. Prove us wrong.
Yeah, exactly,
Okay,
exactly.
so like, what does it mean lubrication? Like, what causes that? Is it like if you're working out or if you're just chilling, like it just
So
happens? Like,
no, look, I have no information to back this up. I'm just gonna tell you about my own personal, like how when I feel a little wet down there, like the brother has.
Yeah.
He said I get a little wet. It's
Can
hilarious.
I read something for you guys?
Hold on, thought trouble. But let me just give her this anecdotal, right? So I find myself having that natural lube when I get aroused. You know, when I wake up in the
Yeah.
morning. When I wake up in the morning, I get an instant boner. You know, it's called the
Yeah.
whatever the morning wood or whatever,
morning
right?
wood.
It's a natural thing because we whatever water we still have in our bodies, you know, and we're laying down, it just builds up, you know. So that is part of it. It's not just all arousal, just the morning wood, right? It's more than that. I don't just get horny every time I wake up, but it does create this aspect. Now the other one is when you're about to have sex, when you get excited, when you get aroused, and it naturally produces it where we don't need to dump a whole
Yes.
bottle of fucking lube on our dick to get it going.
Exactly.
You know, I feel like that is
Exactly.
good enough to start it up and to you know. So that's the
So is it
difference.
safe to say, is it pre-cum
Yeah, yeah.
or?
So
Yes,
pre-cum plays a
yes.
factor.
Right,
Yes. Yeah.
exactly. I
Okay,
think
so
it's a
it's
little.
pre-cum.
So
All right.
you're right, Darth. I think it's a little bit of both, right? Because I can't
It is.
tell.
Yeah. It's all of the above. Yeah.
Okay. So there it is. So
So we all do the same thing, though.
brother, you do have pre-cum, but I don't know if you got that one thing that the brother brought up.
Nah, I just found a source because we was talking about
Okay,
sweat,
pull
and
it
it
up.
says that
Pull it up.
you guys do
Brother.
sweat.
Put
No,
it
it's
on
the
the big
same.
screen.
Google,
Come on, big.
it's the
Pull it up.
same Google
No,
AI
be a big
source.
man.
I
Put it
mean,
on the
day
big
Pull
one,
screen.
I'm
it up
sure
though.
it could be
Crevices
both.
don't
So
I'm sure it
sweat.
use
could be
your
both
green screen.
things.
Show us.
I
Come
think
on,
two
Like
things can
acting like
exist at the
crevices
same
don't sweat.
time.
I think so too, but I don't think my theory is that they don't get a certain type of liquid, which is the natural one. Maybe the pre-cum, yes, because that
Oh,
comes from the
the
tip.
liquid that you
Yes,
guys
I
get,
agree.
the liquid that you guys get just gets pocketed.
No, no. Put
Yeah,
the
it's called
put the
smegma.
source
It
on the
gets
screen so we can look at
pocketed.
it.
Yeah, that's literally what
It
it
Day
just
one, can you
you
show
got a
us
hood.
the evidence you found online,
This
please?
nigga, you see the little digs you do?
No, no,
He
so
said pocketed.
I have,
Oh man.
Smegma is a combination of oil, skin
bro.
cells, sweat, and
Day one,
water.
we
All
want to
right,
see the
day one.
So,
evidence,
I got a
please.
clap
so
back
day
for
one,
you.
what
Give
were
me
you
a
saying?
second. Give me a second, bro.
I got a clap
I'll
back for
find you a
you,
real
bro.
article, but
Oh,
everything that
yeah.
you
So
Man,
you're
saying
already
false.
backing down your source. So you're
bro,
saying
Darth, please
just show your
stop getting
penis already,
so
bro.
mad.
Show us natural lube on your penis right now.
You don't want to see all six? You don't want to see all six on
That's
soft? I
crazy.
got you.
Usually like to not
Oh
see
my
that. Thanks, guys.
god. Oh my god. I'm just joking, day one. You wanna throw some digs at us? I'm gonna throw some digs back. You
I'm
know,
not
you
throwing
all
digs, bro. I'm not throwing
right.
digs. I'm just
I
saying what I
mean, I don't know
read.
why it's very hard to believe that like
Oh yeah, that's right. Trouble.
places on your
You wanted
body
to talk.
sweat.
Sorry. The Trouble, you did want to say something. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, any like dark crevice, like your ass crack is gonna sweat. You know,
correct.
you've got skin there.
Yep.
So smegma is a combination of oil, skin cells, sweat, and other fluids, probably the fluids you're mentioning, built up in your genitals. And
Yeah.
That's
I
why
don't
you
get
have to
booty
wash it
sweats
more.
though.
Yes.
the
Yes.
health
Yes.
I
That's why
don't
you
get
have to
booty
wash it
sweats.
So
more.
that's true.
circumcision
So that's
is
true.
that this removing this prevents the buildup and possible
Correct.
parasites and infections.
Correct. So therefore, you have less lubricant because lubricant is a combination of the smegma, which, like you said, is the oil, the dead skin cells, the sweat. But lubricant is also the combination of smegma plus pre-cum. And so, obviously, like without this foreskin, you're going to have
Plus the
less
dead
Yeah, so
lubricant.
skin
you're
You're going to have
cells
using
and
less
all
smegma
smegma.
that.
as lubricant.
That's not healthy. That's yeast infection.
Yeah, but I want to be very clear too. Like I'm saying, like the host was saying earlier, most guys know how to clean their shit. It's like, what do you say that you can't clean your
No,
ass properly?
I'm not denying that, right? But you have
No,
like
That's why a
Darth,
lot of people
the
prefer that
conversation
they
is not
don't.
about cleanliness. I think it's about the convenience of cleanliness
also
while
Well,
Like
removing
nigga,
that
you
extra
go
skin.
through
right.
part of
Well, they
your
say
life.
so did we
oh,
Do you know what I mean?
that us men dread
did we
pulling our
elaborate where
us
circumcision came
men
from,
dread.
Bobs?
Hold on. Wait. Us men dread the feeling of pulling back our skin to clean ourselves. The
Yes.
convenience
So day one. Yeah. So
it
No,
sounds
hold on, Darth.
ridiculous.
no, I'm going to
answer
answer
this
your
question,
question. I'm
Darth.
going to answer
No,
your
I want to
question.
answer.
No, I'm
Let me
going to
ask
answer.
this
So you
question. Let
he
me
just
ask it.
asked You
Man,
just asked
calm
what is the
down.
origin
Day
of
one,
circumcision.
calm the fuck down.
You
This is what
just asked
happened.
what is
You know,
the.
another theory of mine. Another theory of mine is that people with circumcision are more aggro. You know, I don't
Yeah.
know why, but
So
that's
he just
another. That's
asked.
another one.
He just asked what is the origin of
Okay.
circumcision. So yeah, so circumcision has
Nah,
probably.
yeah, where?
Yeah. Okay. Well, so let me fucking talk. So circumcision. So
Like
yeah,
you do?
let me. Yeah. Well, because I'm more knowledgeable than you are.
Day one, I'm
So
gonna mute you, bro. I
so
swear.
yeah. So it goes back. It goes
What is
back like
the
around 20.
circumcision preference here?
Yeah. So it goes back like 20,000 years or something, and like you know, we
What
can see that.
religion? What
So
religion started
we
it?
can see that indigenous Aboriginal people have been doing it for like 20,000 years. So like it goes back a long time.
But when did it get popular?
We're not gonna do this, Day one. I already know how you ask
No,
your
dude.
scam ass questions. You don't know
I
how to
would
have
say
a fucking conversation. Stay muted.
So, Darth, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You seem very knowledgeable in this topic. Is it safe to ask if you're a doctor or?
yes. So I'm not a penis doctor, but I am a doctor.
Okay, I respect that. So I'm very impressed with the facts you're providing us on this conversation, and it's providing me enough to understand why people choose to circumcise or not be uncircumcised. But also, this whole conversation kind of got out of control because I know Vibes was originally asking us, why should men be circumcised and women not? Right? And we've kind of slayed off that. Like
Yeah, we
Trouble,
actually
I
have
know
drifted.
I'm assuming you're from Somalia and I'm from South Sudan. So we're from neighboring countries. So I know circumcision with women is pretty common there, where they actually sew the girls' vaginas to not.
There's two types, yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, so that was very interesting to know. But I just wanted to put my 2 cents in there because like I was very impressed with how Darth was just coming in with all the facts, and I'm assuming he was a doctor.
He said nothing.
Oh, Day one, you're such a hater. Please stop.
You're a joke, Day one.
He didn't answer my question.
Day one,
I didn't even
stay
get to ask
muted.
my
Why are
question.
you such a
Is the
child?
denial of like the sweat thing. But yeah, I think two completely different circumcisions. One is
You're
for,
breaking up,
health
Trouble.
reasons. Oh, sorry. How am I now?
You're breaking up.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now.
I think for boys, there's like some health benefit. I'm not gonna sit here and say I think men can't maintain like clean foreskin or whatever, but I think the concern is infection through childhood.
Yeah.
Kids have short attention spans. We're not with them. We send them to school. And they're gonna want to stop being cleaned by their parents. But with girls, it's solely to prevent like
Sexual
desire.
intercourse? Yeah.
And girls, like there's an issue, and I don't know how much of Africa has this, but there's an issue with girls and like the need to protect girls' like virginity, and the whole purpose of removing like the clitoris is to just eliminate the desire, and it could be detrimental. It could affect hormones. It can
But then
cause real
Trouble, that
damage, skin
becomes, sorry
damage.
to interrupt, that becomes a long-term thing. Like
Yeah.
I've seen documentaries of women who no longer experience pleasure having sex because they've had that taken away from them.
Yeah, I think the worst version in Somalia is called Fir'auni, and it's literally nicknamed after Pharaoh because it's like cruel. And they
So is
remove
that tradition more of a religious thing or a cultural thing?
No, so Fir'auni would be like a cultural thing. I think the lesser one is called Sunni. It's I guess the religious one. And it's a lot like you leave some like clip behind, but it's not required. So there's really no need to do it. I think it's just a cultural thing. Eliminate desire for girls. That way it protects their virginity.
And that's my point, Vibes. As you were saying, you asked the question, why should men be circumcised and women not? Like men, there's a genuine reason as to why they should be circumcised. Even though it's still subjective, I believe there's obviously health issues, health concerns. I know we're all caught up on the cleanliness thing, but cleanliness is 100% subjective. I know uncircumcised guys who are capable of cleaning themselves. It's not really entirely about cleanliness. I guess with circumcision, it does make it a bit more convenient with cleaning that area, but I just think there's no real reason for women to be circumcised.
Yeah, there's no health benefit.
Com-
And
It'd be
again,
detrimental.
I think vague. I think we shouldn't call it circumcision for women. It's genital mutilation, you know. And my
Right.
question is, why is it not? Why
agree
is
with
it
that,
not?
yeah.
Why is it not genital mutilation for men too? Because I can talk on the same points about how this foreskin is part of the pleasure that men feel when they have intercourse. That this foreskin amplifies their sexual pleasure as they're having intercourse. Now, a circumcised person couldn't tell us if it does or not, because if they got it done when they're a little kid, they can't tell the difference. It's only the people that are older that get circumcision in their adult or their teens or something like that. Someone that's had sex with it and then had sex without it to tell us if there's a difference. But I believe that it's the same kind of mutilation of children, that they don't want them to be sexually active, right? And I think
Yes.
I think you guys were right about how some parents don't want to deal with cleaning their kid, and they don't believe that their kids will be good at taking care of their own hygiene. So maybe that's another indication of why parents do it. Like I had mentioned it before, but I really think my theory is that a lot of these Catholic people, I mean, I grew up Catholic, right? So
I mean,
so
I'm
a lot
Catholic
of
as well.
a lot of the sexual deviancy, a lot of the ways that the Catholic view sexuality or that appendix it's distorted and perverted, right? So
Yeah.
there's reasons why they would go for it, and how, you know, I've heard also the thing that they don't want their kids masturbating so much. And to masturbate, you need a foreskin to really, really do a good job with the masturbation, like a piston in a car. So I'll land on that.
Thanks for your feedback. Anyone else have anything to add?
Okay, day one. Now
Circumcision
you
is
can
not.
go.
Damn. Vibes, bro. Sometimes you annoy the hell out of me. Anyways, bro, I think
Defensive over
I'm
this
not
topic.
defensive. I'm not defensive. Chill out,
I feel
man.
like you are. You're not
I'm really
being
not.
like
I get passionate. Promise me, I'm gonna sleep good tonight. I'm not getting defensive or
my
angry.
boyfriend. He's circumcised, so
Good for
I
him.
kind of try to understand both sides. But
I'm glad that he
It's a
is. So
self
am
choice.
I.
I mean, if your
I'm
parents,
happy he's
Like,
circumcised. No
why
offense to
do I
anyone
need
else
to
in this
know
group.
that? Why do I need to know that I'm circumcised? Why do I care?
No, but like I feel like this conversation is where we're all supposed to have a very mature
And I
conversation.
try to, and I
And I
like
feel like you're coming
literally
across
read the
very
comment.
defensive over it.
Vague. Read the last couple comments between me and what's his face,
Like it's not
Darth.
uncircumcised versus
Because I'm not
circumcised.
mad.
Just
I
we're all
promise you,
sharing our
I'm not
opinions.
mad. I just try to make a point, and then I got interrupted by making a point, and then the whole time Darth agreed with me on my point in the
Okay,
comments, and
that's
then he
fair.
dropped. I wasn't
You
mad. I
also
just wanted to
mentioned
make
you
a
were going to
point. I
provide
get
us with
loud because
evidence.
I get loud when I get cut off.
Okay, that's fair. But you
Yeah,
also
and
mentioned you
vibes.
were
To
going to
be
provide us with evidence as
I
to
didn't say I
why you
was. They
still
wanted
think
me to.
and
it's
I didn't
vibes,
say I was
sweat
gonna
rather
provide
than
evidence.
lubrication.
Darth were both denying the sweat thing, which irritated me too.
That's what I was getting, because it's like it's nothing special. Like, you don't get
It's
wet as a
sweating.
man. It's just sweat. That's why they
that's
make you.
something new I heard. I
Hold
never
on,
heard guys
vague,
to get wet.
They don't get wet. It's just sweat. If you
That
have a
sounds
hoodie,
weird.
if you hold on,
But day
Trevor.
one, that's why I
May
need
I
you to
finish?
provide us with
See,
the
this is what I'm
evidence
talking
to
about.
tell us.
I can't
Vague,
talk.
let him go. Let him go.
Literally, as soon as I start talking, oh, I just need that. Like, you let these niggas just talk all day saying men can get wet. Men don't get wet.
You got it, Day.
Like,
You got
stop
it, Day One.
playing. Stop playing. Man, they balls sweat. They smeech. They're, I don't even know if I can cuss on here. We sweat down there, right? So if you circumcised, you're not just gonna get wet just because you have a hoodie on. You just sweat more because you have the hoodie on. So that means that they have to clean under that hoodie extra. And then the reason why there's so much stipulation about somebody being uncircumcised is because a lot of men don't take care of that area.
Who's muting him?
Yeah, hey, West, don't mute him, please. It's West. Day one's gonna be even more angry now. Day one, you know how I get down on my panels, bro. You know you can't just be. My panel was running smooth, bro, smooth before you came on. But regardless of the fact, obviously we're not all gonna agree on everything, guys. Okay, so it's totally normal to not
Okay,
agree.
but we can't deny
But Vibe,
biology. You can't
Have
deny
you heard
biology.
of guys
Hold on,
getting
guys.
wet?
So again,
Lady J, sorry, were you referring to me?
hold on.
I'm sorry.
No,
No, I just got I just
because
got a phone call.
All right.
I'm
Well,
asking Vise because I
yeah.
don't know. He's a guy, so I never heard of guys getting wet.
Yeah, the
They
whole conversation
No,
of getting wet, that sounds a bit
listen.
crazy.
Day
I think he was
one. That
talking about a
Men don't
pre-cum.
create
listen.
lubricant, bro.
Listen. Day one is just throwing a dig out there as a man. When we
It's not
say
a dig.
stop it, day one. When a man says, she getting wet, like she getting wet down there. You feel me? So that's what he's implying, that we don't get wet down there like a female does. You feel me? So, but I
Yeah.
would push back on that. I would push back on
Y'all
that.
call it extra
Just shut up,
lubricant.
day
That's
one.
not
Shut up, day
lubricant.
one. If a woman can get wet, down there, why can't a man get wet? So
Cause
stop
it's
it, day
sweat.
one. Nah, you stupid. Okay, so the women, do you guys call that wetness that comes out a sweat?
No, cause they're
No.
not a
No,
man.
I know the
Exactly.
difference
So
from being wet
day
and
one. So
No,
sweat.
that's
unless it's
listen, bro.
Everybody needs to stop being disingenuous here. Women get wet. Men have like pre-cum, whatever.
that's
Uh-huh.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying. It's
That's not
pre-cum. It's coming from
pre-cum.
the tip of your
No.
So
but
dick.
that's sweat.
He gave a
listen.
very
These are some
specific.
things that we all have to go research, and maybe next time we come back up here, we can actually give it a
But hold
name.
on,
And
Voss.
Trouble, I do appreciate you giving me that name. I never heard of that other type of sweat.
The smegma.
The
Pre-cum is
smegma. So the smegma can
pre-cum
come. Okay, so if I get this right, the smegma can come from the ass too. Like if anything in the dark spaces, you said.
comes
So
from
so
anywhere from your
I don't
body,
know if
bro.
it's like, I don't know.
See,
So
we
when I
gotta
Well,
we
I
said
gotta
never had
research
booty
that.
sweat,
We gotta
so
research
when
that
I said
because if
when I
that
said
name, go ahead.
Smegma is sweat,
so
dead
wait. When
cells,
I mentioned
and all
smegma,
that.
I was referring to the like the cheese. They call, I guess, the
The
informal word is
Cottage
the
cheese.
cheese.
cheese or whatever.
We see another
But
dig.
yeah, so everybody knows that like crevices, dark places stay moist longer, right?
Armpits.
So
Yeah,
that's what
armpits is a good
I was referring
example.
to. Yeah,
Exactly.
so
I
So
said that
yeah,
that's a fact.
earlier.
so it's like
So
Yeah.
this.
armpit sweat.
So
So
let
is
me give you
armpit
this.
sweat lubricant?
So let me give you
yes,
this.
it
This
would be
is
considered a lubricant, yes.
yes. So check it.
Really?
Because it's sweat.
You know
Yes.
what?
Anything, it's a lube.
It's just a sweat in a dark area. That's what it sounds like. A place that is not just
Anything
open.
that's covered moisture.
Right,
Get
right.
moisture.
So
But I think ultimately it's multiple things happening in that area that's lubricating the tip, you know what I mean? And if you don't have that skin, you're not going to have the same lubricant.
What do you
okay.
mean? So
Oh, that's a good
uncircumcised
I'm
point.
lost on
men
that
That's a
don't
one.
have
good
that
point, Trouble.
lubricant? Is that
Well,
what you're
think about
saying, Trouble?
melanin, guys. Think about melanin. Think about how different melanin works under different conditions. Think about white tea people versus pale skins versus darker skins, right? I think there is a variation of what we give off, based off our
Vibes, can you
environment.
elaborate on that? What do you
Bro,
mean
the
Yeah.
scrotum
melanin
isn't
compared to
moving.
white
It's
skin?
really
Listen,
surface level. I'm
vibes,
just
bro.
thinking. I'm
The
just thinking
scrotum
right
is
now.
a woman's place
But
in a man's
hold on,
body.
day one. Hold on. I'm not done talking. So, but what I'm just surface level with that because I'm just thinking about it. I'm just getting out of the ether. But
Yeah.
if you guys are thinking about like that smegma sweat and how it's so it's if it comes in all extra parts of your body and you have to reach down to scrub it a little harder, it's nothing different than the retracting your stuff and cleaning it there too. Like it's almost like saying, "Oh, I'm too lazy to lift my armpit up to get and dig into that armpit." You know what I mean? Because that armpit, that fucking thing smells if you don't fucking clean
So
it.
you
We
trying
all
to say
know.
that you're not trying to scrub extra in that excrement area and you
No,
have to stick in somebody's. Like, come
no,
on, bro. What are you
I'm
trying to
saying
say?
you're making the excuse that you cut it off so you don't have to clean it. I don't have a problem
Nobody
cleaning
made
it,
that
bro.
excuse for
Okay.
me. I couldn't make that
It's
excuse.
not a big deal to clean
Okay,
it.
so
That's
I
an
just
excuse
looked it
that
up.
parents make for their child.
I just
Like,
looked
I
it
don't know
up.
what you're trying to say. It doesn't make any
Smegma
difference, though.
All right, day
smegma
one.
occurs in both males and females, and it refers to the
Thank you.
genitalia. So if you
Thank
don't
you.
clean up your folds, if you're female, or
Right.
clean up under your skin, as a male, that buildup is called smegma, and it's like oils and dead skin.
Okay.
It's
Thank you
just
for
like
that.
accumulation of like that stuff in a dark
So that's
area.
not lubricant. That's just
Okay,
accumulation
That
of
would be
sweat
day
and
one.
dead
Day one.
skin.
That would be considered a lubricant because in
But
that
that's
area
yeast
you would be
infection
moist.
causing.
Day one, I think the facts still
Okay, you're
stand.
like stuck
I
in a
think you're just
loop.
arguing
You're stuck in a
the
loop.
fact.
Yeah.
He can't
Yeah,
be
like I don't
proven
even know where you're
wrong.
Because
going
I
with
don't
It's
this.
a
understand.
dark
I don't
Ever
understand.
take in new information.
listen.
Nah, because really
Facts.
You need
educate me. Like, what makes this
You
sound
can't be
pleasant?
it's
educated,
not
Smegma.
bruh.
pleasant. Nobody
You
said
can't
anything
be
about it being
educated.
pleasant.
So
Day
he's
one,
trying to talk
let's
about lubricant. That's
Okay,
pleasant.
hold on,
What's lubricant
hold on.
about that?
It's a dark place that's gonna stay moist. That's a lubricant.
Day one, let's
Regardless of
research lubricant real quick.
yeah.
Well, there's a whole lot of terms of lubricant, so there's no point in researching it. I want to research more about
Oh
smegma
hell
because
no!
what?
So
Okay,
if
you
there's
don't
no
have to,
point,
but like it's
if
just
there's
we're
no
trying to
point of
tell you
researching,
facts.
Because
if
I'm
there's
not
no
trying to
point
get
of
on. I'm not trying
researching,
to, bro.
if
You
there's
try to
no
get on
point,
me
if
about
there's
being
no point in
circumcised. So
research, if there's no point in researching and figuring shit out, we're not going to just take your word for it. Okay, day one.
okay, then
I'm
I'll
sorry.
research it and I'll give you a definition right now.
Thank you,
How
I
about
bro.
mean,
it?
Because that,
everyone's entitled
I
to their
mean, and
opinion.
bro,
I'm not
and we can
arguing
still
with
give
you.
our
Quickly
opinions about
looking up.
whatever. You don't have to do it now. Look at them. But we're just
Quickly looking
talking.
it up. A
We're
lubricant
just.
is
Mhm.
something. It's literally between two surfaces. So
Thank you.
there
It's
you
just a
so
medical term.
It
Like,
could be
let's be
it could
serious
be
right
a
now.
lubricant against metal. That's like I don't
Right.
two
understand like
surfaces.
why. I don't understand why there's sweat, dead skin cells, all this stuff that's in smegma going inside a woman. How that makes it just a natural lubricant when you should just be keeping it clean under the
Okay, so
hood.
in your head, a lubricant is only what's secreted from the vagina.
A
Is that what you're telling us?
lubricant is what like
So what is
releases
WD
friction.
40? What is WD 40?
Releases friction.
What is WD 40?
Releases friction. It's oil.
It's a lubricant.
Dog.
To put on rusty stuff.
Lubricant keeps things from frictioning,
Okay,
No
at
more
right?
this point, I was
squeaky.
on
No
your
more
side at the
squeaky
beginning, but at
noises,
Sweat
this
can
point, you're
ladies.
just
also play a
arguing back
role
and
as
forth.
into being a lubricant.
So
Day
what
one.
does a lubricant do, right? If we're gonna talk in general terms, I'm not talking about cars. I'm talking about Smiths. But if we're gonna talk about cars, lubricant for a car, if you want to talk about WD-40, it keeps your engine running smoothly. So there's no friction being caused. Same thing with Smiths. You get lubricant, so there's no friction being caused. I don't think a man can get, I
Right,
don't,
day
but listen,
one.
but vibes, I'm not
Hey,
done. I don't think a man
you don't.
can get wet they can make pre-cum cool. That's cool. You guys get build up a pre-cum inside your hood. But it's not stopping like it's still friction when it comes down to the
Okay, I
shaft and
just got a
everything. You
thought.
need actual
Day
lubricant from
one.
a woman.
Day one. I just got a thought right now when you said that. Okay, because I do appreciate that you brought that up. Okay, let's just say that the foreskin doesn't have this natural
I don't say the
lubrication inside. Like
foreskin does it.
it can't really
I say
produce it.
sweat and all that stuff builds up in it.
Okay,
But does
okay, day
that make
one.
it healthy? You
Okay,
got sweat,
day
dead
one.
skin, all this
Okay, day
stuff building
one.
upside the hood, and you have nobody who
Right,
washes
right,
inside of it, and then you just stick it inside
right,
somebody.
Okay,
right.
Is
he's
that
trying to
Day
healthy?
like
one.
make
That's
a point.
how a female
Day
get
one. Hold on. I
so
know. I got
yeah.
you. Day one though. Okay, so let's say you're right. Let's say that it's just sweat, right? And we do have to clean it, and that makes sense that we have to clean it. Now, my another theory is that maybe what the foreskin does, day one, is that it takes the pre cum and it brings it all the way back to the shaft. Like it takes the hood, covers the top, takes the pre cum, and it circulates it throughout the whole penis so it can be
I'll
all
give you that.
lubricated.
I didn't think about that.
Okay,
I didn't think
so
about
maybe
that.
that's what the hood is for.
That's
And,
such a
and it's
weird
someone that,
thing.
so I know it's weird, but it's so alien. But for someone that doesn't have the hood, you'll only get
Stop
the
saying
pre
that
cum.
shit.
You'll only get the pre cum on your tip of your penis. It won't go all the way down to lubricate the whole thing. That's why you need a whole bottle of lubrication to spray on the
What?
goddamn thing. Look,
But this is bad,
pornos.
bro.
Wait,
Have you
what?
seen? Listen.
I see
Have
where
you
he's
seen?
coming from, but
Yeah,
it's like it's still
hold on. Let
shit.
me finish. And you see in porn videos, right, where they have the baby oil, all that shit, because they have to lubricate their whole penis so it can be a smooth transition.
She
So
left. She said, "I'm done with it."
it's
Well,
all
you
good.
wouldn't
I
need
don't
that
care.
if you have somebody that is moist
You
down
wouldn't
there.
need
I
that if
mean,
you had a hood, lady.
no, I'm
Nah,
speaking
you
if
would.
it enters the vagina. You know what I'm
You
saying? And
would, you
she's
would.
good, good
She's.
down there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is where the conversation gets me
That's
though,
true,
because like,
lady. If they're
Cause
men,
good, if
nobody,
there's
I can
nothing.
if
understand if
there's
you going for
enough,
a dry mission, then yeah.
Like, you never need to be a man. As a man, you don't need to be wet for your woman to have the lubricant ready for you
Cause
already.
you
oh,
should
I'll
think
give you
already
no,
that.
I
I'll
don't
give
have
think
you
he's
that,
that.
day
talking
one.
about that. I think he's saying like they stay moisturized
Mhm.
at the tip because of the lubricant. I don't think he's saying that
Use your
it's
hands,
lubricant
spit
for
in it.
sex.
This nigga is stupid.
Use your
I don't
hand to
know.
spit in it.
I just know I never had.
All right.
I don't
Well,
know,
no,
bro. I think circumcision was necessary back in the day, but I do think that it was a practice that had got carried on into the modern day. Probably not as necessary due to modern medicine, but circumcision was a practice that was definitely needed back in the day, like way in ancient times, whenever it started, especially when the Jews was doing it. And like, because they didn't have the modern medicine, they had to actually make sure that all the orifices was clean, and they had to do all that and do the extra. Nowadays, it's just kind of like people do it. But honestly, another thing I want to talk about: circumcision does not shrink your thing. It barely, like it does, but it barely does. The extra length is only because the skin and then the scar tissue healing up. But other than
yeah,
that,
you're right. You're right.
it don't
Day one.
shrink.
I didn't try to. This is just something that showed the medical, like what they take off. I didn't try to make it seem like people with circumcised have smaller a smaller
No, I
phallus.
didn't
You know
care
what I
about
mean?
that. I was caring
No, no,
about
no.
what
I do
y'all
want to
saying
say that
about
for
men
everybody
getting wet.
listening,
That's crazy.
and I have. Well, you learn something new every day, Day One. But I'm gonna research this a little bit more. I promise. I promise, guys. So with that,
I know,
oh, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Trouble.
sorry, I know Islamically, to be in a state of purity, to pray, you can't have like urine on you, like on your clothes or whatever. You have to do like ablution again. So the concern or the need for circumcision is so that you're in a state of purity and you're not praying with urine trapped in your folds.
Ew,
So it goes back to
that's new to
cleanliness
me.
and needing to be able to be in a state of purity, to pray 5 times a day.
Is it crazy to say that I think that actually I won't even say it, but I do think that a lot of people are like on the eastern side of the world practice the same thing and why circumcision is so important.
hmm
And that like people like in you know in the Jewish religion, like they get circumcision when they're like older. It's like a rite of passage.
When they're older or not. I thought they were
I don't
babies.
know if they still practice this, but I know that there are some like really intense Jewish people
Yeah,
like they'll do this when they get like Mardi Gras, you know,
that is
and
crazy.
then
So I'll say this, Trouble. Okay, so if that was the case, right, there is folds in women's vaginas. Like there are now that I'm thinking about it, like there is like we could say that women could circumcise the skin that's left over. Like a lot of men call it like what do men call it, Day One? Like when women have too much skin. Um
Arby's.
oh,
What?
roast beef they
What?
call it too, right? You guys never heard that?
Oh, that
Y'all
We
never heard
oh
had
that?
no,
the
that means
Y'all
meats.
never heard that?
they've been ran through.
So
Yeah,
no, that
no, it's
does
just
not
worn
mean that,
out.
ladies. Stop it. Some
Nah,
women just
Yeah,
have more
nah.
skin.
Look. Some
I
ladies,
mean
I think some ladies do have more skin genetically, but if
Right, right. So let's
I
just
honestly
say,
think that
yeah.
it's a myth that if they
they
have
got their
Arby's,
stuff beat bad.
Nah, that's
I
not
think it's a
it,
myth.
lady. So, but here, I'm only using that as a perfect example of like that. There's folds even within the vagina where you can trap piss or you can trap shit, and that they have to clean it really, really good. You know, because and then you have vaginas that are don't have that much skin, right? Like they just don't. So there is a difference. Yeah.
I don't think the crevice between like the foreskin of a man and the tip of his penis is the same as like the anatomy is just different.
Well, you know
I don't
it's
think
you
Totally
know
awkward
different.
conversation.
okay, so you know the clitoris of a woman is pretty much the phallus of a man, right? Or no, it's all
yeah.
and then the ovaries are the men's balls, right? But the ovaries in a woman, right?
Right.
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
gotta
You
wash that. They can't wash their ovaries, but they do have to wash their entrails.
so what I'm saying is like when they say two spirit people, right? When you have people with two genetic things, they're one in the same parts. It's just one is one and one's the other, right? So but I get what you're saying, Trouble, about how it is different. Obviously, I'm just saying how the folds, even the folds are different. Maybe the fold is deeper in a man than a
Right.
woman.
So what I'm saying is
Yeah.
like the build up there on a man can transfer to the clothes. So when you go to the bathroom, right?
Oh, the
You use the
clothes.
bathroom and you wash, right? Because as Muslims we wash after using the bathroom. You do your wudu and you're back in a state of purity. But if you like are a guy that goes to the bathroom and you have that skin and there are things that get trapped there, you don't clean well, or you're even just that type of guy that's standing and shaking your penis and letting urine fly onto your clothes that you can't see, I'm dead serious. You are potentially getting urine on your clothes and
That's
that
true.
can invalidate your prayer.
And, okay, let me tell you this, Trouble. Okay, with my drunk experiences. Okay, a person that drinks
Oh
too,
shit.
right? People that drink. I'm sure this happens because a lot of the time you're okay. So the best way to pee without getting any pee on you, right, would be like having like a semi-hard or a
Piss on the
hard pee.
side of,
Hold on, day
of the
one.
fit.
Hold on, day one. So it would have to be. It would have to be like medium, like it have to get a little. And so naturally, you get an erection because so when you're drunk. Oh my god, this is gonna be difficult. It's gonna
I
be
know what
difficult to
you're
explain.
saying. I know what you're saying.
Hold on,
I
day one.
don't. Keep
Hold on,
going,
day
Pops.
one. Hold on, day one. You're not as hung as me, so hold on. So
No, bro. I just want to hear what you
so
trying to
hold
elaborate.
on, day
'Cause
one. Well, hold on. Give me a second. So
I can
okay,
put it into words for you.
when you're sober, right? When you build up so much water, you like kind of like the morning wood, right? You kind of like as soon as you see it coming on, you will get a little hard. You can say harder, not a full erection, but just
Like
stop
a
it,
little
bro.
boner.
I'm not trying to laugh.
Not
I'm
even a
sorry.
boner, lady. It's just like it's a little bigger than okay. But so when
Call it
you're
a quarter chub.
shut up. So Trouble, when you're peeing in that way, I can see you retracting your shit and peeing normally, right? And the only time when you put when you're done, you retract it back, and it's not on the outside of the skin, but it is. But if you pee, and not always drunk, and not everybody has this. I'm just explaining with myself. When I've been drinking and stuff, or when my membrane is a lot smaller, the skin kind of like when you're done peeing and your penis is smaller, the skin does go all the like it covers everything, and the pee kind of gets on it gets on the skin, like on the outside of it. It's hard to describe.
And it can transfer to your clothes.
Yeah, and then it can
know
transfer
that
your
you're
clothes. Yes, for
right.
sure,
And then
100%.
Can't
you wouldn't
relate.
know,
100%.
and
Can't
your
relate.
prayer's
But
invalid.
as somebody who is circumcised, I can't relate to
That's
an
really
extent.
interesting because
Yeah,
if
and
you
then here,
drink,
let me just add this before I let everybody else talk. I had an ex-girlfriend. She was Muslim, Sudanese, and she's the one that taught me how to rinse. Rinse after every time you use the bathroom.
yeah.
You go and you clean yourself off, and that was
Not
a
doing that
practice
in
I
the public
carried.
sink.
Well, I do it as fast as I can and when no one's around, but I just do it to I just have a habit out of habit, and it feels better, because you're not gonna smell like
Oh
that shit.
Lord.
You know what I mean? But but it's not practical in every space. I'll give you that, day one, okay? But these are the situations where I can see that issue. But I mean, there's things that prevent that. You know what I mean? But you never know where you're gonna be or
That's really
if you need to use a
interesting.
public restroom.
That's why we need bidets, bro. We need
That
bidets
we
in
do.
America.
We're behind everybody. But to
We need
add to that,
bidets.
when
Guys,
you were
guys.
mentioning drinking or whatever, it's really interesting you mentioned that because if you drink, then your prayer is pretty much invalid for like 40 days, even though you have to continue to do it. So that's another reason why you shouldn't drink. I mean, at least Islamically.
Wait, what's that mean? And die for 40 days. What's that mean?
So basically, if you consume alcohol, you have to wait a period of time.
40 days.
Yeah, for it to completely like leave out of your body.
The
For your
spirit
prayer to go
For your
back
soul. Yeah, because
to go
body's
back
different
to a
than but for
to
state
go
your
of
back
soul.
like
to
Yeah.
right.
Because
go ahead,
what's the
Trouble.
meaning? Alcohol.
Hold on, day one. Hold on. Just let her finish. To
No,
go back to
I'm intrigued because I heard this
day
story
one.
before. I'm
Hold
not
up,
trying to
though.
like this.
I know, but just
Yeah,
shut up
any
for a
like
minute.
intoxicant like that, like alcohol, right? and it can invalidate your prayer for 40 days, but you have to continue to do them. You're just not benefiting from it. So I thought it was just interesting that you mentioned that story, and you mentioned how alcohol can affect you that way, and urine can get on your clothes.
Yeah,
So
facts, because they're less they're less aware of the shit too. So if they're just like
yeah.
hammered drunk and they're just pissing, they might just piss all over themselves too. I've seen that happen with other dudes, and so they're just less aware of, and their organs are less. They're small. It's small, you know. All the water is stored in your balls instead of when like it circulates to the penis for some reason. It's weird. But yeah. Anyways, let's move on to the next guest and try. And then after this, guys, I'll have everybody's last final thoughts on this because I have to go. But I will bring the subject up
Men don't
back.
get wet.
And I will
I got a
shut up,
question.
Taylor. Okay, so let's move on to Sainowi. I can't
Yeah, I
pronounce
got a
it, brother.
question.
Yeah, can you
What
give
are
us your age?
genuinely?
Hold on. Can you give us your age, if you're circumcised or circumcised or uncircumcised, and where you're from, please?
Tell us.
Right, I'm from Texas. I'm 19, and I'm just interested. What are you talking about?
Are you
No,
circumcised
what
or
are you?
uncircumcised, or do
Do
you
you
care
have a
not to
hoodie
share?
on?
You get hold on, day one. Stop it. You
I didn't
you
even
Yeah, I
get that
got a
third
hoodie on.
option.
Yeah.
you got a hoodie
It's covered.
on. All right,
It's covered.
hood gang in the building. Hoodie gang. Okay, go ahead, brother.
Damn, I didn't get that option.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother.
Uh,
You wanted to ask?
I don't know
Yeah,
even
go
what to
ahead.
say. I just wanted to listen. You know.
Oh yeah, we
Oh
were
no,
talking about circumcision
I thought you had a
benefits.
question though. You had a question?
No,
No
ask the question.
questions?
Ask anything
No,
else on your
I
mind,
was
bro.
just confused. What are you talking about? It's that's all the
Circumcision,
question.
uncircumcised. You got a hoodie on or not? What's it do for you?
I got a
If you
hoodie on.
do,
That's not what
okay, what's it do
we're
for you?
talking
What's
about.
the
That's not
matter?
day one. You're not a mod. Shut up. Listen, brother. We're not just talking about that. We're talking about the health benefits. We're talking about a lot of things. We've
I'm
talked
sorry.
about a lot of things. But
A lot.
just I mean, if you're curious about anything, if you want to ask a question, you don't. We got two lovely ladies on the panel that have their own opinions about this that you can
And a
ask.
lovely
You got
man.
day one you got a lovely man that doesn't get wet down there. You have another man that does get wet down there, and we're just gonna go from there.
He's unmoisturized. He's unlubricated.
I do my thing.
Why are you talking
So
about
go ahead,
Spitting
brother. I
hand.
mean,
women?
you can just go ahead, brother.
Why are you talking about this with women? Like it's a man
Why
thing.
wouldn't women
We
be
want
able
to
to
know
talk
in
about it?
2025 are men still doing this old practice?
Why wouldn't women be able to talk about it?
And I
They the
think
ones
that men
that
are.
gotta
I think
deal
that
with it.
men. Oh, hold on, guys. I think because of all the stereotypes and all the things that happen, you know, men that might have got bullied when we were
There's no
younger
way
about
to
having
avoid
it
it.
or not having it. There's a lot of insecurity about bringing this in front of women, especially where we what the fuck we want to
He's
talk
going
about.
through a
So that's
He
why we're
going
talking
through a
about it.
circumcision storm.
I don't see nothing wrong talking about it.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just everybody got different beliefs about it. I just my stance is on man. Like okay, so I'm gonna catch you up, bro. Vibes is over here saying men can create natural lubricants from it. No, they can't. No, they can't. It's just sweat and dead skin and pre-cum and all that extra stuff. That's not a natural
Which
lubricant.
acts as a
So,
lubricant.
if you want a yeast infection,
No,
yeah,
a lubricant doesn't have to be for like sex. It can be just to keep your skin moisturized.
yeah. Unless you wash it, like that's if you wash it every day, maybe twice a day. I don't know.
Otherwise, it's just
Wait,
dirty in your
if
head.
you don't have a foreskin, it's obviously was cut it off.
Well,
Right?
yeah, just nobody snatched it off.
Well, some people bite it, but I think Jews
I
bite
hope
it.
nobody bit mine off.
What? Oh
Yeah,
no.
That'd be
yeah, there are
crazy.
procedures like that. Yeah.
No, not
Oh
modern day.
heck no.
Not modern day. That's crazy.
Mm-mm.
You know, I
Yeah,
just
it gets
thought
cut off, bro.
I just thought about it right now, you know, and I think the reason for women, you know, I don't know if all women go down there, you know, and pleasure their men down there, but imagine if you
Heck
were gonna
yeah.
do that. Imagine if you were gonna do that, right? How would you want it to be seen? Or like, obviously, you want it to be clean, right? But so we got to ask the girls that do that if there's a difference, you know, and does it taste different with it on or with it off?
Probably
I don't
tastes
know.
more
Bro,
salty
bro,
with
bro,
it. I
they
I
don't
want
like
know.
it
it
to be
with
long.
fruits and whip, so I don't know.
Bro,
Nice.
okay, Sinu. It really does not make a size difference when you have it on or off. It's
I don't
all
think
it
he's
is
talking
taking
about
off
that.
the
I think
extra.
he's referring to the
No, he
smell.
just said he wanted to be long. They wanted to be long. That's what he just said.
It's either you born with a long wood or short wood. It doesn't matter. It doesn't take away the size. I
That's
don't
what I
see
was just
that.
Okay,
saying.
thank
It
you,
It
lady.
doesn't.
Thank you
doesn't.
for that.
They got to get pulled back regardless. You just cutting off extra
Yeah.
skin.
They act like they cutting off the whole penis. Come on now. No. It's just skin.
Anyway, day one, all I understand from this is that you're missing 4 parts.
But it's not only about skin. It's like, you know,
Wait, me?
it can be fat. It can be,
Look,
you
if
That's
know,
you can work
wild.
the
fatty.
thing, that's all that matters, okay? All right.
Damn, trouble.
Just saying.
I'm missing 4 parts.
I mean, you circumcised. That's what it say on the screen. Circumcision
So
amputates
I'm
major
missing
parts.
the frenulum,
The
the
dark
ridge
toast,
band, the dark toast muscle, and the outer.
the
I never.
frenulum, the outer, the foreskin, and the dark
This nigga
toast.
did not just laugh. Like,
Oh
anyways,
my God, that's crazy.
No, bro, you're
I
just
guess
talking
I am
like
missing
you're
all. I
missing
guess I
all
am
the
missing all
fucking
four.
meat.
I can't.
The
I
question is,
can't
does it
argue with
At
work?
least
that.
you clean.
My shit work. I mean, I guess
Okay,
I'm
so
At
missing
that's
least
all
it.
it
that
work.
matters. That's
I
all
guess
that
I'm just
matters.
missing it, and I lost. I guess I lost. What's that? A whole 1.5 inch? Oh no,
We don't.
is that
Why are we still talking about that?
Look,
because like
long as
you
it
trying to say I'm
works,
missing all this?
long as it works, that's all that matters. That's it.
I mean, I got 2 kids.
Okay, so it works.
Oh wait, let's ask this question. Day one, did you make them or did you guys choose to get them circumcised, the kids?
Nah, I just nutted in the cup and I put it through a syringe.
Oh, well, that still doesn't answer the
And
question. Day one, I didn't say how you made
so
your
what
kids.
was you trying to ask?
I asked you,
He's
did you?
asking if you get
Oh my god,
circumcised. Your kids.
No, he know. No, well, yeah, my son been circumcised. Yeah,
both of. Oh, okay, you only had one son. Okay,
I
got
only
you.
have a son. I got a son and a daughter.
I got you. Okay, so since since I was bullied, you know, for having a uncircumcised penis when I was
Why would
younger,
you get
right?
bullied by?
I mean, why? So
Aren't you Muslim?
you probably
No,
bullied
I'm being
the
so
same
real. I'm
kids
being
they
so
want.
real.
You
I
probably
never
bullied.
bullied somebody for
Yeah,
what
I
they
don't
did,
know. I
but
don't think I
I
could trust
promise
you on
you.
that one. Anyways,
Nah, Vaz, because you sent me this prom, and that's the only reason why I'm throwing jabs at it. I was never in school worried about another man's
all right,
thing, bro. I promise
all
you.
right. So
I
what?
promise
Since
you.
I
I'm sure some of my best friends that,
okay, so this is.
this is an awkward conversation.
I know it's awkward. Hold up. Shut up. Shut up. Okay, since I got bullied, right? I came up with some. I helped with ChatGPT helped me come up with some
But
roasting
how old are
back.
you?
You know. So if you guys want to
Bullied
laugh a
for
little
what?
bit,
But hold on, Vaz,
let's
how old
laugh
are
a
you?
little bit. Let's laugh a little
But
bit.
before you start, how old are you?
Who,
You're in your
me?
30s, right? You're like,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
in
you're
my
like
30s.
38, right?
Yep.
When 38 is that?
Are you 30? You're younger, right? You have to be younger.
Yeah, no, I'm 52.
All right, whatever.
Oh wow.
Anyways, no, he's not. He's lying. Here we go. I'm gonna start off with some
I
light
use
jokes,
good
okay?
skincare.
God damn, Day One. I'm gonna have to mute you because you can't stop talking, bro. All right, number
Talk too
one.
much.
Yeah, okay. If your whole personality is I'm circumcised, what else are you missing besides the foreskin? Okay. Number two, why y'all calling uncircumcised dudes turtlenecks when you the ones when you the ones who got factory reset down there?
Oh.
How are you bragging about being clean when your parents had to remove a whole body part just so you'd wash? Number 4, why does your argument sound like I cut my kid because I'm insecure about my own meat? Number 5, why do circumcised dudes talk the loudest? Like you won the surgery. Number 6, if foreskin is gross, why are you scared to admit you just jealous you don't have yours? Number 7, how you circumcised but still can't satisfy nobody. What was the upgrade for? Number 8, why y'all defending a surgery you didn't ask for like it's an achievement? Number
That's the
9,
one.
Number 9, why you calling uncircumcised men hooded when your shit looks like a peeled banana that never grew the peel back?
Oh, whoa.
Number 10. Hold on. Don't get triggered. I'm just laughing. We're just laughing.
I'm not triggered, but like what?
Hold on.
I
Hold on. You know what?
understand- I
To make
understand joke number
it make
4.
it fair day one, I'll pull up some ones for the
No, I don't need
uncircumcised.
you to do that. I don't need you to do that. I just didn't
All right.
understand.
Hold
the
on.
number 4.
Hold on then. Hold up then.
Repeat
Hold up
number
then. I ain't
4.
done. Number what? Number 10. How you talking about clean I can't even say this word. Cleaning.
Cleanliness.
Thank you.
You
Cleanliness.
might have got it if you were circumcised.
How are you talking about cleanliness but can't keep your own life clean? 11, if you are so glad you're circumcised, why do you get triggered every time the hoodie gang walks in? That was quick.
Wow.
Can I ask you the question?
Number
Because they smell. That's why we get triggered. They smell. They smell like cottage cheese because they don't wash it. They can't wash under the hoodie. That's why we get triggered.
I'll give you that one day once. We smell. Okay.
But what if
hold
you
on.
have a big stomach? How you gonna clean it? You
Well,
got
you
to
better
lay
reach
there?
around. You better reach around, pull it up, take a telescope,
You better tuck it in.
Okay.
have somebody
Damn.
help you.
Sino got a question, and then we'll introduce the new guys.
Выйди, зайди нормально. Hey, guys, I got a question.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I don't know what is the problem. Like, why you can't just pull it back and wash it?
We've been asking that question all day, brother. These people just can't fathom.
Yes.
It's just too much work for them.
Why,
Just too
Vibes?
much.
Why can't you just pull it back and wash it instead of creating natural lubricants?
I mean, we do both, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
Stay out the sun.
All right, brother. It's really a self-explanatory answer right
Это
there.
клуб девственников или чё?
Okay, what?
Oh
Okay,
man, I'm outnumbered now.
Can you introduce
3v1.
yourself, Serta Funga, with your age, if you're circumcised or not, and then where you're from?
The name speaks for itself.
He's from Ukraine. Can I be a translator for you?
He don't practice it.
Oh, he doesn't speak English? Yeah, you can be a translator.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Давай, задавай вопрос.
This nigga eating chips? How you gonna translate that?
Right.
Did he say anything?
He's chewing chips.
He just eating chips.
Yeah.
All right, bro. I'm just gonna close it from here. All right. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. Hey, we'll do this again, okay? I promise. All right, guys. Y'all have a good one. All right, peace. But thank you, lady, for being my lady. Thank you for being my my mod. Okay. We got a crazy wave today. That shit was crazy.
I know. Okay. Yeah, it was a good one.
Don't send me some shit like this again, bro.
I like this. This is actually,
Yeah, this is
a lot of people came up.
I hope that you hold this again. I promise.
And I think
you,
no one's done this shit. I bet I'm the first.
I know.
Anyways, love talking to you guys. All right, we'll catch up soon.
Yeah.
All right.